Okay, we're not recording.
You doing ads?
Yeah, we'll do our ads real quick. Hey, folks, another episode of Address This Mess brought to you in this sick studio. We now got a picture of Alexander Ovechkin hanging up behind Michael Stang.
Hooray.
And
Ovechkin behind the guy that matters again.
what's that guy's name over there? Crosby is up there as well.
Dreaming of a white Christmas, that guy.
He's a bubble player.
We're back here. We got
Good old
some
Bing.
sponsors we're going to run through with you. Are you tired of buying razors at your local fucking razor buying place?
Dude, I was looking at razors today. They're fucking expensive.
Stupid, man. It's like $20 just for the refillable
I was like,
cartridges.
I'm going to sign up
I had
for
to
Dollar
buy 8. They
I'm
only
gonna sign
had
up for
packs
Dollar
of
Shave
8.
Club.
It's ridiculous.
Dollar Shave Club. They'll send them right to your door. You save a bunch of money.
Wait,
It's a
what?
good place to cut corners.
It cost me like $50 to get a pack of 8 from Gillette. You're telling me this place has them?
You go to Dollar
Way
Shave Club.
cheaper.
What you do is you go to addressthismess.com, Chris Gaskin, and then you go to our sponsors. You click on the link leading you to Dollar Shave Club. They will send razors directly to your door for as little as $3.50 a month. I'm not even going to ask what you're shaving with them. It's
Jackpot.
definitely not your face.
This isn't the old Bic One Blade either.
First of all,
These
it
are serious
definitely
razors.
is my face.
And yeah, no, you can get
It's not
you
my
can get an array of different ones there. You can
Gaskin shaves with Kleenex.
Our next sponsor is do you want to do them, Stinger? Grab one.
Amazon.com. Amazon.com has absolutely everything. You go shop Amazon, you're going to find it
I bought some gym chalk
at a
from there
pretty
yesterday.
good price.
That's right.
If you go to Address This Mess and then click through Amazon for whatever you're going to buy, we get a little money. We kick some back to the troops, a.k.a. some guy we know down behind the soup kitchen. Former vet.
The next sponsor we got is audible.com. Go to audibletrial.com/ATM. That'll get you 1 free month subscription and 1 free audio book. I recommend Bert Kreischer, Life of the Party. I listened to it through Audible. It's actually Bert reading it to you, which makes it that much better. And it is great. He
Highly popular with illiterate people. Audible.com. Somebody will read your book, just like Ma. And if you can't read, just go to Onnit and take Alpha Brain, and you'll know how to read. It's that good. If you go to Onnit.com and try their supplements, you'll become a superhuman. You're gaining an edge that somebody else doesn't have on a day-to-day basis. It's like vitamins, but they're way better. It's what you thought they'd have in the future. That pill that the Jetsons took that enhanced everything.
And if you're a depressed son of a bitch, you get yourself some new mood, you wake up feeling great.
Or if you like to do a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
If you find yourself waking up after some fucking benders, get yourself a 30-piece of new mood.
It'll turn it right around for you.
Just go through addressthismess.com and then go to onnit.com. And they'll hook you up.
Click the links. We're back here at we should probably call this part 2, but we're actually calling it a whole new episode. We're back again. Repeat
We're just going to
with
pick up where we left off.
with Brian Major and Chris
What were we talking
Gaskin.
about? What were we talking about?
I don't know, but we were getting steam at the end of the last one there. And that's
We were
why-
talking comedy, man.
that's
We're
why we
having fun
decided
talking
we're
about our
doing it.
favorite guys and their styles.
Yeah.
As far as I remember.
Yeah.
Well, I'd asked you guys what your goals were when it came to levels.
Right.
And you had said you wanted to headline a room.
Yeah.
Right.
You need 20 minutes, 25.
Yeah, I can do that for sure.
Yeah, I guess for...
When?
Just give me a little bit of time.
Okay.
Figure it out. What's the matter, Gaskin? Are you just pissed off about your money or what?
Oh, yeah.
What? You got 2 minutes of good material, damn it. Did you hear about it, Stinger?
No, the show you guys did. You
We,
guys
we
did.
didn't we didn't say anything.
Okay,
What about
good.
the-
So
what about-
we've
what
been
about
waiting-
the-
we've been
I do
waiting-
wish I could have been
What
there.
about those fucks working on cancer?
We've been waiting to tell you about it, Stinger. So I had people after my set get up, go to the door crying, and ask for their money back,
And they got their money back.
and got their money back.
Because...
I'm a nice guy.
What bit do you think of mine probably would have made someone crack up in tears and say they had to leave?
Are you kidding?
No,
You're
even.
not kidding.
No.
Wow.
I'm sitting in the back, and
John's on.
there's John's on. There's me,
Chris
Brian,
comes
and
back.
Chris. Chris, and the three of us were sitting in the green room.
He goes,
in
you
the
just
back.
cost me $90.
No, how it started was the security guard came back and he goes, "Hey, there's a lady at the door. She's asked for her money back." And I'm like, oh, fuck. I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. Like, I fucking, I'm that shitty, and he fucking wants your
God,
money
I thought I was
back.
doing all right up there.
Well, I was getting lots of laughs. Like, I felt good. And then fucking Chris goes out there to take a look, and the security guard's like, I bet you it was your cancer bit. I was like, fuck, really? You think it was my cancer bit?
Did you?
He's like, "Yeah,
That's the
man."
only line you said, or did you have something different that you said?
The only thing I added different than what I normally do is I was like, they've
Fuck
been doing
people with cancer. They should all die.
I added it.
It rubs some people the wrong way. I don't know.
It seemed like a good
It's a comedy
fucking
show.
fit. It tagged right off of the fucking, what about those fucks working on cancer? But no, the only thing I added was they've been throwing up air balls for 50 years.
She almost started yelling at me in the fucking showroom, like I pulled her out.
Because somebody,
So-
what did
'cause
she
I
say
looked
to
at
you?
her and I went, "You're not making a scene in here. Come outside with me."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "That's not fair to the rest of the people who also paid,
Yeah.
who also helped me take a giant bath on this fucking show."
So,
And I lost my fucking wallet right before then, which I had like all my
Dude, that's
cash in.
tough.
So it was a rough night for me.
That's a tough one.
but
So
Gaskin
this
comes
lady
back.
is saying because someone mentioned cancer, like what was her gripe? Did she admit what was so close to her heart about cancer?
So she's a cancer survivor.
The volume went down on
herself.
my.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
I'm fucking with them, trying to
Because you
get
turned it down.
these levels to get decent. Yeah. No, yours is off now.
Now it's
just 'cause
But
it's
anyway, so
You
that
turn
first,
my mic off?
no, not at all. Fuck you, man.
What was the fucking?
I don't agree with what you're
Stop
saying.
touching
Muted,
it.
muted.
No.
Stop
So-
talking about cancer. All right, you're fucking. All right.
So when I heard she was a cancer survivor, instantly I just go, well, she fucking survived, didn't
Yeah,
she?
see, this is how much of a dick he is. No remorse. Not like I'm glad she fucking left. How much did it cost you? Yeah, fuck you too. Like,
Remorse for what?
That-
Why
no,
did you give
that-
her money?
that's
I don't
what
even.
Brian
I don't
said.
see why
No.
she's upset.
First thing when Gaskin came back in, Brian goes, you gave her fucking money back?
No
no,
kidding.
and he makes a good point, but it was one of those things. Like she was so upset that it was me just like here, just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Don't come back
too
to
much
it.
of a
That's
Don't
why
come
the
to a
soft-
that's
comedy
why the
show ever
bouncer's there.
But I'm such a softy too, and if someone was sitting there crying to me about wanting their money back about Karen, I would have done it. I would have.
She wasn't crying about the money back. She was crying about what you had said.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. But I think now I'm gonna use
She was
that.
kinda
That's
crying
so
about
awesome,
both.
though.
I was super pumped. Like
That's
I,
the
I
thing.
felt
That's like a
rewarded
threshold I wouldn't mind
inside.
because you didn't do it wrong. Like you can get into that situation where what you said was so fucking ridiculously over the line and didn't come out funny that you can be in the wrong in that situation.
Right.
But in that, you're not. I get that she's upset, but
It's
it
not
doesn't
like-
mean that you're wrong.
No, I
About
didn't.
what you did.
I don't feel like I said anything over that. And
So that's the best way to get into that situation.
I feel like I can take this now though and do almost a Bill Burr type thing with it, where he's talking about women and he says that he's like, "Why is it getting so fucking awkward in here? I'm not standing up here saying go home and beat your fucking woman."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm just saying up here sometimes there's reasons you could hit a woman." And I think I could do that and say, "Why is everyone?" Because after I say that, what about those fucks working on cancer? Every time it's just kills the whole room. Nobody like everyone just
think?
stops. And then
No, it doesn't.
I think-
Does it?
well, a lot
No,
of
I've
the
seen
time,
it definitely do things
Where?
Fucking.
that aren't
He put the
bad.
brakes on it. Just slammed on the brakes right then and there.
What about them fucks working on cancer?
Yeah.
And it went great, but it went after that. What I did is I paused to let the awkward kick in, and then and then I started to laugh myself. And when I started chuckling, then they.
So you're making light of
She
it
was
almost.
so
Yeah.
pissed off.
Maybe
but-
your pause did it then.
But then what I did though, like what I think I'll do is say, "Why is it getting so awkward in here?" Like I'm not saying go cancer. Like what I'm saying is those people who are working on cancer, like no one's giving them a hard enough time. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're doing great because you're working on cancer," but clearly you're fucking.
No, that
sucking
joke's
dick at
not
your job.
offensive whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't.
Are you a cancer survivor?
No.
Then how would you know? It'd be like you talking
But
to
Gaskin,
women
you're a
about.
Well, then you're
comedian.
saying offensive is a it's a matter of perspective.
It's a relative.
In which
thing.
case, what makes anything offensive?
Unfortunately, it is relative. Yeah. I'm
So-
not.
but
But
what
I'm
about
not blaming him
what
for
about?
anything.
So
Like,
do you think Bill Burr's beating women shit is over the line?
over the line? Of course not. I think
Right.
the lying is such a ridiculous concept.
Like
but-
I compared it. Like I was thinking about that thing with Tosh, where Tosh talks about digging up her dead mom and fucking her. Remember Stinger? Or
No.
when? No.
Not Tosh.
Wasn't that? No, that's not Tosh.
No, no,
Okay,
no,
I'm getting the two crossed. The Tosh is the one where he says, "Wouldn't it be funny if she left right now and got raped outside?"
Yeah.
That's Tosh.
And he didn't say outside. He said right now, like in the club.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If
While
five-
she's
if
leaving,
five
like while
guys,
she was
pick-
weaving through the rows, I
If
guess.
5 guys
so,
like raped her right now, I think was the line.
yeah. Would it be funny if 5 guys raped her right now?
Which is that over the line?
I don't care.
I don't
think
so.
it is at all. Any of it, man.
What?
But if you're going to a comedy show and you're gonna get upset about something, like don't fucking go to a comedy show. As far as I'm concerned.
I agree.
What the fuck
That was me.
Yeah, man. It's got to be something that's really offensive and really unfunny for it to be.
I don't
something
think he
you can
didn't have
truly
any
be.
intent.
No,
to-
of course not.
to
The
upset
joke
her.
doesn't word any intent. He's talking about cancer research. He's not talking about cancer survivors or
fucks.
cancer.
Those fucks.
Yeah.
That's the part that does it, I think, is you swear.
But Gaskin, you're not wrong because
And
it's offensive if someone's offended by it, and clearly someone was offended by it, so that in turn makes it offensive. But that doesn't mean anything was wrong about it.
No,
that just
it-
means someone got offended.
Is it offensive to me? No, not at all. Because I've seen people do way worse. In fact, my views on cancer itself is probably worse than that. Because that's like honestly, my views on cancer is like there's too many people on this fucking planet. Like there's a reason that something like that exists. Is the planet itself being like, hey, can you guys get off of each other
Possibly.
or put on these fucking rubber things? Like,
But what
just
about the
do
rest of that bit where you talk about like if she's been through chemotherapy and you're talking about spraying it with WD-40,
right.
that could definitely be the part of it where she's like, holy, is this going to stop? Because there's like 4 examples there, right?
I do that.
As you go through the week,
Yeah,
like-
3.
Yeah.
There's that, Facebook.
So she's
Facebook
probably like waiting for this.
Giving the cancer more cancer,
Yeah.
let it kill itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just waiting for this thing to fucking end.
Yeah, and then you keep tagging it up. And
And it's like I've walked
that's kind of awesome though.
a person.
No,
as
I
far
was
as
I
know.
was really proud of having
You
someone. I don't
shouldn't
know.
fucking be proud of
I
it.
was really proud of it. I'm not gonna.
No, it's part
I'm
of the
not gonna lie
reason
to
you
you.
fucking do this thing, man.
It felt really cool.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not in it just for the laughs. I think I'm kind of in it.
What about
for
those
the
guys that
fucking-
went with her?
Yeah, fuck them. Those
Why
pussies.
couldn't they just sat there like, I'm not going with her.
You know
I
what?
paid for a comedy show.
I had half of mine, and I should have just said, I'll pay for your ticket. I'm not paying for their tickets.
Yeah.
Like you want to leave, you want your money back for your ticket, fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just too much as
But those 2 guys aren't
I'm
even
too
wearing a
fucking
bandana.
soft.
where
That-
was the doorman at this time?
You
I
should
was a doorman at that time.
you should have let me go and
Just-
deal with them. Go
Oh
there.
yeah, that would have been fucking great.
What's your problem? Hang on. Well, you fucking survived, didn't you? What the fuck?
Yeah, that would have helped things. She would have been fetaled up in the fucking corner.
Oh my
By
god.
the end
Was
of
she
you.
hot?
No,
Oh no. If it was a hot broad, it would have been worth it.
she was like,
See,
she
I would
looked
not
good
give
for
into
her
an ugly
age,
broad.
and
I
for
wouldn't
someone-
give. I wouldn't give into an
and
ugly
for a
broad.
cancer survivor, she looked good.
If it was a hot broad, I probably would be like, "Here, have your money back."
She did a
Sorry.
bandana real good.
I do feel though I'm getting way more comfortable
I'm
on
sure
stage
it was a
already.
rake. I'm sure.
Like I opened with something that I came up with. It was probably at least 30 seconds long.
Wow,
Opened
that's
up with
such a
something
long time, huh?
well, maybe a minute. Maybe it was a minute. I don't know. But it was. I opened with something that I just came up with on my way to the show.
Wait,
that
longest
showed me-
compared to what? Like your average length in the bed?
Pardon? What do you compare long? What are you saying? What do I call long?
long as like your penis length, like long compared to what? Because
30 seconds
Did
being
I
long
say
compared
long?
to what?
yeah.
Okay. Well, no, it's pretty long for something off the top is what I'm getting at here, Gaston. And so I'm comparing it to coming up with something compared to a written joke, I guess. Like in my average joke when I write it is probably
Is that going to
two-
stay in your
two
act
and a
though?
half
What was it?
No,
Was it
not at all.
topical?
No, it was I hurt my hip
You
getting
know,
out of the shower.
we definitely know who the brains are in this fucking studio.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
right over your head. That was an easy joke.
What did he
too.
say? I missed it.
See,
Ah,
everyone
fuck,
must have
fuck the
missed
both
it.
of you dummies.
Gaskin,
I
you're
didn't hear it.
Gaskin, you're making no sense.
He's talking.
No, he was stuck on the 30 seconds being a long time. And he's saying long compared to what? Long compared to you in bed? Long compared to your dick size?
Yeah, but what am I supposed to say to that?
He's
Oh,
doing the
yeah,
job.
yeah, it was my dick size. Yeah, it was my dick size.
Oh, you're not supposed to
Defend
say anything.
yourself, you fucking idiot.
And,
No,
I,
it's just-
and I
Christ.
did, and I did it logically. I said,
He's just lobbing the
comparing
volleyball
it.
over.
I said comparing it to a joke. My average joke that I write is probably about 2 minutes. So coming up with something off the cuff that's 30 seconds to a minute long, that's pretty long time for something that I just thought of. Is where my average joke, I probably sit down for a couple hours and hash over.
How long
it.
did you prepare for that impromptu 30
Impromptu-
second?
Yeah,
How
about
long did you prepare it?
probably. Well, I thought of it on the way down, and then I talked to you guys about it, and you didn't think I should do it, and I went and did it anyway.
Just do your act.
Yeah, you should just. Well, then no, I was gonna open up with my fucking new joke that I kind of worked on, the Kim Kardashian lookalike there, and then fucking Brian goes, "Yeah, good idea. Let's start your fucking gig off with a new joke. Real smart." And I'm like, "Fuck, I'm not doing it anymore." Like I'm fucking sticking to my tent.
He phased you.
I felt like just pulling up my fucking YouTube video and holding it up to the microphone.
Yeah, the funny thing was watching Brian, like when you're like, all right, that's it. Brian's like, that's it? What? And I'm like looking at my watch like, no, that was 10, man. That was exactly what he said he was going to do.
Dude, I watched a guy in Vegas, and his closer was playing a message that his parents left on his phone. And it wasn't funny. I was like, are you fucking serious?
Hold on, were you at a club or was it like one of
it
those?
was the Improv at Harrah's.
Oh, okay.
And he was... I constantly sit and think about how much money he was making that night. Because he was the opener. But not the MC, like just the first act.
Yeah, see, he's maybe making $50.
I don't know, not at Harrah's. If you're
What's
going to
the
play
capacity?
a hotel on the Strip,
What's the capacity?
I don't know. They can make that thing
But
pretty big.
it's an improv, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 50.
On the Vegas Strip?
Maybe 50.
That's pretty wild because it's like you're playing a hotel.
You can drive there from LA. Maybe 50.
I think you'd be making more than that.
Nope. 50 to 100 tops. If he's just a feature act.
To play
He's
a
not
club
the
on the
headliner.
Strip?
You have
Yeah.
to learn not to argue with Gaskin.
It's still a club.
Well, no, there's just no definitive evidence.
But
here.
but
not-
it's still a club. It's like an improv club, right? So it's going to be 50 to 100
Why? Because it's an improv.
because it's an improv.
Is that a
That's
a
like the
rule
standard
of improv?
rate. No, but that's like the standard rate that people get when they do the feature spot at a club.
Where?
Anywhere.
Anywhere in the whole wide world?
Anywhere.
$50.
50 to 100, yeah.
It's a crazy flat fee.
And it hasn't
Well, he got it. He probably
Hasn't
still
gone
wasn't worth
up. either in a
No.
long time.
No.
Who was that? Was it
Hasn't-
Carter that had that post? Talking about how much money he made as
Yeah.
a headliner whenever he started.
Watching him just burn a bridge down. Yeah.
Was it with Yucks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was a lengthy post. I remember I'm like, I don't want to share this. I don't want to
Because-
like this. I don't want to comment on it. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Well, he went and like said that shit directly to Mark when Mark was there, and Mark was like, "You don't even work with this company. What the fuck are you doing?" And it's like, dude, Carter's absolutely hilarious. He's one of my favorite comedians to watch, and that's
Carter
a guy.
Hardy.
That's a guy that never got the shot that he deserved because he's older. But I mean, the stuff that he talks about, it's not like he's talking, oh, I'm an old man, fucking Bengay this. You know,
And
like,
he doesn't have an act that he's been doing for the last 15 years. It's always updated.
eh, he's got some stuff that's pretty old. Like, even he wants to
Some, yeah, but not all.
work on a new act. But I mean, the most, I think the oldest his stuff is 7 years, which is still quite a while. But I mean,
How old is
you
that
make it
joke
good.
about the sweater with the thumb?
Yeah, that's got to be 6 years.
6.
Yeah, 6, 7 years. Maybe 4 or 5.
What was the post about? Do you remember?
It was about how Canadian comics don't get paid nearly enough to actually make a living off of what they do.
And in comparison to how much the clubs are making.
In comparison to how
with-
much the clubs are making, in comparison to how much the
number-
wait staff
number
is
of-
making.
Number of people that come through the doors, how much food and drink is,
Yeah.
Money is spent on that.
See, look, wait staff per night, if they're working a full shift, let's say that's 6 hours there, they're making 6 hours of minimum wage, which is what
15? I don't know.
$15.
Yeah, isn't it?
Minimum wage?
Yeah.
No,
It's
minimum
like
wage
$8.
is 8.
Last time I knew it
Oh,
was 8. It might have
I
went
think
to
it's
10.
10.
Did they
I think
bump
it's
it up to 10 now?
I
So that's
heard it was going to 10, but
that's $60 plus their tips, and usually they're making up to $1 bill in tips. So potentially, they're making more than the headline act. The wait staff is
yeah.
potentially
A bill. That's $100.
for one show.
Oh, okay. So they do 2 shows
If they do 2 shows, if they make $200 in tips
plus
in
the
the 2
minimum
shows
wage.
plus the minimum wage,
That's more than a headliner.
that's about even with, could potentially be more than a headliner. Yeah. Than like a mid-tier headliner or a low-tier headliner. Like a top-tier headliner will definitely be making more. But I know wait staff that walk by, like, hey, you ask them how much did you make tonight in tips? I go, yeah, I cleared 2 bills. You're like, you got paid more than any of the acts tonight. Just one show.
Well, they're working hard.
At what club?
But it's not like we don't work hard. That's like
Right.
one of the biggest misconceptions about comedy. It's like the number of people that just, you sit at home on your ass and do nothing. But it's like the actual work that goes into stand up is ridiculous.
Who are these clubs? What are these clubs that are paying $100?
Like every club.
Every club.
Every club.
Like all Yuck Yucks.
All Yuck Yucks, the Comedy Mix, the Comic
That's
Strip.
what they pay their headliners.
Usually,
What does Nancy O's pay for a Vancouver comic?
800.
yeah,
I just
Nancy
saw
O's,
one today
Nancy
loading up
O's
on
is more,
booths.
but Nancy O's
As far as I know.
is like a road show.
Is that 800 a night or 800 the
800
round
per
trip?
show. 800
Per show.
But it's also it's a
That's tight.
Yeah, dude.
It's
I
also-
could do that.
I could get down on
yeah,
that.
man, for sure, dude.
Find
But-
a way to battle 16.
Good work if you can find it.
but it's a road show. It's pulling comics away from their home, away from everything else.
You have to take into
Yeah,
account
It's
travel.
not run like a club.
Well, I
show.
don't get why Canadian comics don't go south. Like when it, like Michelle Shaughnessy was telling me, it's really hard. Like it's hard
because
to
it is
get your
insanely
visa.
hard to get in there.
But then Bueller was telling me it's not that hard. Remember?
Yeah, but he's also one of the best comics in Canada.
Like Bueller was saying that he could do it. Remember he said it. Well,
I think he could do it, but I bet you he could get work pretty easy.
I think, or maybe it wasn't about that. It was about the money. Like I think he was saying it's not that bad. But what was Michelle? Michelle said it was too much money.
You're looking upwards. You're looking anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000 if you get like a lawyer to handle it, which is how you should do it. So you
Yeah,
make
but
sure
to
you're
me
filling
that
out-
seems like a small fee to pay to get.
But that's a small fee to someone who's working a 9-to-5 job that's getting paid $30
What is
an
this
hour.
fee you're
If you-
talking
Well,
about?
what is the process?
But-
How
but
hard
I
is it
mean-
to go to
So,
the States?
okay,
for it?
basically-
say you get that $3,000 visa and you go to the States, like I've been watching I Am Comic,
Yeah.
and they have guys on there. They say they're doing like 5-6 shows a night,
Yeah, but that's
and
not
they're just, like in New York
but-
and in
but
LA,
that's-
they're
that's
just going
5 or
like for
6
one.
shows.
Those are spots.
That's 5 or 6 spots in New York where they're getting paid $23.50 a spot.
Well, say you're getting
Something
paid
like that.
$50 a spot or something.
It'll be like
You don't need
$23.50.
50?
No,
Yeah.
it won't even be 50.
Because if it was
Because
50
it's
and
like
you're
a-
doing
it's like a
6
10,
spots a
15
night,
minute
that's
spot.
$300 in a night.
When-
That's what I make going to work.
During the boom, especially in Boston. What was that documentary when comedy stood up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The
No,
Boston
when stand-up stood out.
And-
stand up stood out.
And a lot of
when the Boston comics were during the boom, they said they were doing 5 or 6 gigs a night, and they were getting,
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
they-
50
they were
bucks a
getting
spot.
50
Louis
bucks a
said
spot.
Louis said he was getting $50 a
they're getting
spot.
$300 per night.
6.
That's what I mean.
And it's like 10 minutes.
but that's also Louis. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's Louis before he was ever Louis. That's
Yeah,
when he got in
for
his
sure.
motorcycle accident.
yeah.
This was the 80s during the boom.
yeah. That
Burr
was,
said the
that
same
was
thing
the
about
80s.
going to New York. And if you can go to New York, you can go to the Cellar, and then you can forget what the fuck. I think it's Gotham,
Yeah.
and then
Gotham's
Yeah,
good. They've got
Caroline's.
the
There was,
stand,
Caroline's.
Caroline's.
That's
Right,
where
right,
our
right,
good
right.
buddy Kevin Bartini goes out. Does his
Bartini
work
goes
in
to
Gotham.
Gotham. Yeah.
We're gonna have Bartini on the show for you folks listening. He's gonna be on the show not next weekend, weekend after that, I think.
Yeah.
We're trying to.
I
line up
watched
having him.
the day that that George Carlin Way got named.
Right. Yeah, he was a big part of that, eh? No. I thought he was.
Like,
It
I don't know.
sounded like he
I was
doing
on
it.
Twitter and I was just following, but like the people who were involved
Right.
were all those New York comics, and they were like mentioning everybody,
Oh.
and like he just didn't come out. Like I searched a lot of
Oh,
tweets,
no.
and it was like he just didn't. I was like, ah. But there were like a bunch of people involved in that,
Right.
and maybe they were just giving praise to the bigger names that are.
Right. Yeah, like they have more
Yeah, it was like
household names.
Colin Quinn was hanging out with like Norton and Sarah Silverman or something.
Oh,
Like that.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I know that it was right on his website. He's prepping it, and he.
but I
last
don't
time
doubt
came
that
on
he
the
was a huge
podcast,
part
it
of
was.
it because there was a whole like platoon of comics that was
Yeah.
like there was a lot of
Because
people I didn't
he said he grew up on that street or
know who
something,
they
didn't
were.
he? Wasn't that his gig?
George Carlin did.
No.
Oh,
Bartini.
Bartini. I don't know. I missed that part.
I don't know, man. I've been drinking since fucking 3. So, like, I went to the gym, came home, felt good. I bought a flat of beer and thought, you know what? Let's fucking, start drinking beer, start drilling holes in the studio. Drilled some holes, fucking did some shit.
No power tools.
Just brushing my teeth.
It's like getting back to where we were though.
Yeah, sir.
I mean, you have to look at it this way. It's there's a lot of the money that some of those guys are making, especially when you see a movie, for example, like I Am Comic, where they're listing off how much money they made in their boom, like in either the 80s boom or like the mid 90s boom, when they were making 6-7 figures in a year. A lot of that's also like corporate money and like doing colleges and shit.
Well, the development deals
Colleges
they
in the States sound crazy.
It's
super crazy.
It's not like you're just doing clubs and making that money. Like, there's no way.
Colleges
Yeah, but
sound like a fucking nightmare.
A lot of them are.
Maybe
a lot of them are.
maybe the
I've,
gig
I've,
is.
I've
Did we
heard,
get a chance to grab
like,
a beer?
I heard,
Maybe
I've
two?
heard some stories where they show up at the gig. They're like, "Where's the show? Oh, it's gonna be in the cafeteria. Where's
Dude,
the
we
stage?
did a show-
Oh, we're gonna put 2 tables together and you can stand on the table."
We did a show next to a fucking Tim Hortons in a college.
Who did? We did?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I heard Jay Moore tell a story. He was going to do a college. He got 20 grand.
Cliff Paul, and myself.
Sorry.
Jay Moore told a story. He was going to do a college and he got.
Did you
he
say
was getting-
20?
He was getting 20 grand.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
after
after a couple beers.
And
Yeah.
they talk about it in passing, like that wasn't shit.
that's after he's made a name for himself.
He was on SNL, but he never did much for SNL except a bit
Yeah,
of
but
writing.
you think the average person knows who Jay Moore is? I
No,
think
he's
so.
Bob Sugar, man, from Jerry
They
Maguire,
might.
and that's it.
Like, I bet
he
you
was,
I
he
could-
was a reporter and
I
paid
bet
for
you I-
it.
He's a fucking fantastic comic,
I could probably ask a lot of my money.
but his celebrity doesn't run that deep. He's just a really good comic. His impressions are fucking A1. And his new special is on Netflix. So he's in that echelon, but making 20 grand on a weekend?
Yeah.
do,
Yeah,
do,
I'll be
do,
a comedian.
do a search.
Yeah,
for,
He was on SNL.
do a search
He
for
was,
Mike McDonald,
He's a writer, basically.
talent
Feature
agency, comedian.
Whoa! I was a couple keys off.
Mike
there.
McDonald, talent agency, comedian, and it,
You talking about the Canadian Mike McDonald?
Yeah. Like a talent agency should come up in the search, and then just
This one.
I don't
No,
know.
that's the Yucks one. They don't.
That is him.
No, it won't.
They don't
it
sort
won't
by
list. It won't
price.
list the price. But there's like he's listed under a few.
Okay, so what are you trying to look
Giggles
for?
Comedy Agency, right there.
Like to book him?
No, yeah. If you wanted
Yeah.
to book him,
So say I'm trying to book Mike McDonald.
right.
What
and
do you think his going
it'll
rate is?
20,000.
20? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sometimes it'll list like just go through any of those
I mean, he said
links.
2 Showtime specials and a CBC special,
He said his own show too.
Okay, so
His
this
own
guy
show.
here-
Mike McDonald.
and
show.
he's been on.
Does it have price range anywhere? It'll say maybe towards the
No,
bottom.
not that one.
Okay, probably another.
Whoa, look at the guys on the right.
So
Recognize
Who?
any of those names?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
know
guy right
Lars.
there.
I know Derek.
Derek Edwards.
I know both
That guy's
Dereks.
fucking
I know
funny, man.
Derek Sagan. I know Herb. I know all of these guys. No, I don't know
Kelowna
Don.
comedian.
I don't know Don.
He's
Don
from,
Bryant.
He's
I don't
from
know Don
Vancouver.
Bryant.
He's a ventriloquist. You should know him. He's right in your hometown.
I know Pete. I know Trevor. These are all guys that I know.
Who's Pete? Which I can't see. The
Pete
screen.
Zedlacker
Pete Zedlack.
and Trevor Boers.
Try another agency.
Okay.
But it's like I saw one.
Oh, there's
like
like things on the side where
Brent-
you
Yeah,
can pick.
holiday parties,
Brent Butt-
retirement dinners,
After
sales
dinner
seminar.
comedian.
But look,
clean
you can't,
comedian.
You can't actually click them. You can just highlight them. You want an edgy
No,
comedian?
no. So that's that's his.
You want a guy
That's
who's
his
an
description.
That's the description of what he could do.
Of him. Okay.
I can be clean. I
Fuck,
can
you're
go
dumb
clean.
sometimes.
Jesus Christ, Gaskin. You know what? I fucking take it back. I bought this today, went out. I was gonna give you a chance to win yourselves an iTunes $15 gift card on the show because I felt bad about the $90 I lost you.
Don't worry
But
about it.
you know what? I'm thinking of fucking taking it back.
Nah, give it to
What
someone
can you
else.
get with $15?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there you
One
go.
CD.
What am I giving you? Half of an app? Fuck.
You can get yourself fucking 1,500 gems on Clash of Clans.
Jackpot.
How? I knew he was going to say that. I knew it.
Oh.
Well, you just know everything, don't you, Gaskin?
No, you can buy an album. You know
If
what
you know
album?
everything, how about I just don't even fucking Google this and you tell me what the guy's worth?
20,000 a share.
It'll be like
Okay.
20 grand.
So
Same with Brent Butt.
where
Brent
do I
Butt's-
find this?
Oh, that's who I went. Yeah, Brent Butt.
so what do you want
he
me
makes,
like?
He makes that
What do
much.
I click?
Just click another talent agency.
Yeah.
Trying
So-
to find their fees.
Yeah.
Just go,
One of these websites will list their fees.
but I don't see where any have like a talent.
You haven't
agency.
scrolled down.
Why is it Mike
Celebrity
McDonald?
talent.
He's a Canadian entertainer.
Yeah.
Right. But if you just go Canadian,
Okay, minimum
Canadian
fee.
comics.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at those. For US, it's 7,500 to 30,000. For international, it's 30,000 to 7,500. So
Yeah.
if you
Takes
want,
into account
That's
travel,
75,000.
days away from family. Who knows if sometimes the hotel's covered, sometimes travel's covered, sometimes they'll take that flat fee and they're like, no, I'm going to use this money.
who
and
else
book
is
my
in
own
this library?
wow.
What's the talent agency?
CTI.
Celebrity talent agency. How do you get a talent agency? How do you get on with
You
these
just start it. I'm starting one on Monday.
guys? Really? Brian Major Talent Agency.
I got a grant from the Aboriginal Business Development.
Major Talent, which
Okay.
is such a
It's
great
called Major
fucking name.
Talent.
Okay,
I
well,
love it.
Shoot me an offer. I'll send it to my guys. I'll let you know if I'll
It's
sign.
to promote Aboriginal native comedians.
I look pretty fucking native, man. Come on, I can fucking pass. Look at this. I got the dark skin. Got a drinking problem.
I got the
Dumb.
papers. I got
We
the
can.
papers.
Oh my god. Sometimes I just rip his fucking head off. You're lucky this is live on the air. 3 Doors Down. You guys want to fucking book 3 Doors Down?
How much
No.
does $3?
No, because they
Let's get
fucking
two live
suck.
crew. What is 3 Doors Down?
book two live
Oh
crew.
my
Yeah.
god.
Instead of doing Celebrity Net
500,000
Worth, we'll do their
to
fees.
$1 million.
How much do you think?
Yeah,
They
man. This
charge-
is fucking cool.
Dude, this is really crazy, man.
3 doors down.
What does it say? I can't read the screen.
The minimum fee to book 3 Doors Down is
150
grand.
well,
See,
there's
that's
what?
what I
There's
mean.
like 5 of them.
To half a
right?
million.
Yeah, but I
And there's
think,
all their gear. Whereas a comedian, it's just you just show up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. This is fucking nuts.
Okay, hold on.
I think there's a lot more
98
money.
degrees. What does it cost to book 98 degrees?
Hold on. Let's
my daughter's
take guesses.
Oh, no, I already watched it.
Oh, you-
You seen it? You seen it?
30,000.
They
Oh
make less than
wow.
Mike McDonald.
Oh my goodness. Fuck,
Yeah.
That's like a boy band.
I'll
or
book
something?
him for my daughter.
98 degrees.
Like a
63rd
third
birthday.
tier boy band.
Donnie
Like,
Wahlberg.
they weren't Backstreet Boys. They weren't NSYNC. They were fucking 98 degrees. They were like not even the real show.
The guy that was
Married-
married to Jessica
yeah,
Simpson.
yeah.
Nick Lachey.
Lachey.
And then like three guys you'll never hear their names.
Isn't
One of
one of them a
them's gay.
Wahlberg?
One, yeah.
Isn't one of them a Wahlberg too?
No, that's
No,
kids on
they
New
were
Kids
both.
on
Oh,
the
that's
They
Block.
were
new-
both in.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
no.
That's New Kids.
Yeah, Donnie,
Yeah.
and then
And
there
Marky
was
Mark had a
Danny.
funky
Oh,
bunch.
Mark.
Yeah.
And then
Good
Donnie
vibrations,
Wahlberg.
my friend. Good vibrations.
Donnie
Entourage,
Wahlberg was
man.
in New Kids on the Block. No, they have that stupid show on TV.
My gym teacher
The
used to
Wahlburgers?
play.
Really?
Yeah. Oh fuck me.
It's terrible. My gym teacher used to play fucking like Marky Mark all the time when I was in elementary school.
Did he touch your beehole?
Did you say gym teacher?
Yeah, gym teacher.
It's like because he's working out in the video, right? He's like,
Well, he wasn't
he's-
playing the video. Just
no,
he had a
but
thing
in
for
the
six-pack
song
abs?
he says that, right? He's like,
oh, maybe I don't know. I don't know. You know, we were all convinced.
The beehole
the gym
comment
teacher
put you
was
off
gay.
kilter. You really fucking deflected with that. Sorry. I guess we got our answer.
brought up some bad memories.
Okay, go to page
Yeah,
2 of
I
this.
can't listen
How
to
much
Marky
did
Mark
you
and the
like
Funky
it? You
Bunch.
ever even heard of
Anymore.
5440? Neil
Yeah.
Osborne. Okay.
Yeah, your parents would love
5440s.
5440.
They're
Yeah.
I don't know.
Vancouver,
They're
aren't they?
fucking. That's what it says. Yeah.
Yeah.
They make money.
Okay, let's.
They make some money.
A flock of
seagulls.
seagulls.
I'm gonna say 30.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
The same.
I think
same.
that's like the minimum. We'll see.
Yeah, that's the lowest
Yeah.
they can go.
Flock of seagulls.
Are there any a
Tribe called
Red?
Quest.
No, a Tribe Called Red. They're a native.
AJ
Aaron Carter.
Jamal.
What's it called?
DJ.
Comedy's hardest working comedians.
Comedian.
He's a hard worker, folks.
AJ Jamal is brilliant. He's going to be minimum, though. Yep.
Oh
No, AJ, I'll do it
That's
for
it, yeah.
7,500.
He works completely clean.
Yeah.
Like squeaky
Does it
church
say that in
clean.
his description?
He's a
Probably not.
fucking Wayne Brady 2.0.
No, he doesn't do like singing and improv and shit. He's a comedian.
Strictly stand up, strictly clean.
Yeah.
What can he play?
What does it take to start a talent agency? You gotta find talent.
Yeah.
You need a website.
That's it.
Pretty much.
That's all the rules. What are you doing over there?
I'm setting up Celebrity Net Worth, pal.
Oh,
Celebrity
okay.
booking fees. We should
Yeah.
do
I
that.
don't know why we aren't making this a game.
I want to
For.
keep going through this.
Celebrity
timeline.
booking fee.
Yeah, we can do celebrity booking fees.
I
don't give a
wanted
fuck,
to know how
man.
much Aaron
I've
Carter made.
got an iTunes gift card to give away, and we need to find
Asif Manvi.
ABBA.
Hold
Does
on.
he do just
The
stand up?
concert. That can't be. Who?
Who do you
Asif
want?
Manvi.
Who is that?
You'll notice him. Like he
Actor
was
and
on the Daily
comedian.
Show and he was like in the internship and stuff.
Well,
Oh, and just jump in.
You'll
so we
recognize
can't
him,
even-
but what is he? I guess he just does stand.
Yeah, it's like the minimum amount.
okay. Who do you want to
ABBA.
look for? You can book sports figures.
Yeah, they'll do.
Yeah, they do like
talks.
keynotes.
So
and-
Yeah.
they'll just come in. You can just book like LeBron James to show up and be like, "Hey, everybody, how are
It's
you?"
usually retired players,
Yeah.
Okay.
like Bobby Hall and
Get him to show up for your fantasy draft or something.
Could you imagine having Bobby Hall come and talk?
I'm gonna look up corporate comedians right now.
He'd be hammered. He'd be
Oh
smoking.
wow.
Tosh, what's Tosh's rate?
See, again, we aren't making this into a game.
What?
Wow.
Yeah,
what is it? I can't see it.
75 to 150 for U.S. states.
Yeah, Brian, you got a shitty seat in
International
the house.
150 to
Turn the
500.
screen.
Yeah, I can probably turn this a bit.
Oh, I can't even see it from there.
You see that?
Nope.
That's where it is. Well,
Just
fuck
as
you.
bad
then.
as that.
Then fuck you. Okay, well, what do you guys think Jay Leno is? We'll turn into a fucking
Jay
game if
Leno's
you want a
corporate rate.
fucking game.
Fuck.
I don't know. We've
500,000.
seen corporate rates. Like we've only seen 3 different types of corporate rates. Apparently, music acts make $1 million plus.
I'm guessing.
We haven't seen a single comedian that makes $1 million plus.
I'm guessing Leno's a mill.
But we got to
I'm
say,
saying 500.
not international dates.
Okay, we're going off the low or the high?
low.
Off the low.
No, the high for
The minimum?
non-international.
The
The high for domestic.
For domestic.
For domestic.
Okay, I'm gonna
500,000.
guess. Oof.
I bet Jay Leno makes $500,000 an appearance domestically.
I
for
just
the
said that you
high.
can't
For the
take the
high.
same
Oh, you said half a mil?
Yeah. Are we playing prices right
500,001.
No,
Are we
because I
playing
can take the
Price is Right
same
rules?
because we know the
Well, you
rates.
can't.
There's only 3 different
500,001.
fucking rates.
I'll go 750. I'll say 750. I don't get...
I'm going
I
half
bet
a mil.
I
not
bet
a
it's
million.
300.
Oh, point.
I
Okay,
bet it's 300.
300. You both think half a
500,000.
mil. I'm going 750.
Half a mil.
Bang.
It makes $1 million internationally.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if he's willing to cross the fucking do a little puddle jump, he can double his profits there.
Jackpot.
Look
I
up
I know a flight across the fucking water doesn't cost half a mil.
Who
So
else is there? What do you think George
Joe
Lopez
Rogan.
makes?
Joe Rogan. Let's do Joe Rogan.
Do you think
Can
Rogan's
you
gonna be
hire-
on here?
do you
I don't
think-
I don't
think
think
he's
he's
going to
be
Oh,
on
he,
this-
he wouldn't be
He's
on
not
that
going to
one,
be on
but
this
he,
talent agency, but
Yeah.
you could search Joe Rogan talent agency fee, booking fee,
Kevin Hart.
Oh,
that would be
man.
the biggest comedian booking there is, right?
probably.
oh, where'd he go?
I-
Come
'cause
back
it-
here, Kevin.
Just
Kevin.
click the little arrow on the left side. No, because no, down. See, it's a slider.
Shaquille O'Neal.
stupid.
You can get
I
There
get
you
it.
go.
Shaquille O'Neal.
My
Rachel
God,
McAdams.
fucking learn how
Oh,
to
you
work
can get Ditka.
websites.
You can get Ditka to show up.
You know what, Goskin?
Jim McMahon.
I say $1 million.
How
No,
much-
not even. Wow.
Do you
That
think
must
like
be
if
max.
you,
That must be maximum.
Yeah, it must be.
dude, if you had $100,000, do you think if you just booked Carrie Underwood or whatever, like just booked her to come
got
to
to bang
your
her?
living
They-
room? No. But like that's the thing. Just book her one man. Book her to play your living
like
room.
Super Sweet
And,
16.
like,
There are people who do that.
They're not
Yeah.
bringing anybody
Super
else.
Sweet 16 parties.
There are
That's
It's
people
just
who do
me and
that.
Carrie Underwood. Yeah, she was over last night. She sang a few songs.
She did a what's that comedian's name? Maria Bamford. She pulled a Maria Bamford.
For sure.
Yeah,
But
just-
Maria Bamford to do it for fucking $16.
Can you not like? Can you imagine if you were, like, if you were fucking Zuckerberg You could do that every night of the week.
Yeah. Louis had a great bit, like one of his older bits on Bill Gates. And he's talking about a guy with $84 billion. He's like, here's a guy who could lose $80 billion and everything would be fine.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what you can do with $84 billion? He's like, you could buy every baseball team and make them all wear dresses for like $20 billion.
That sounds like
Yeah.
Brent Butt's bit, but winning the lottery.
Brent Butt also has one about being Bill Gates as well, saying like, "Hey, you could buy Red Deer."
That's winning the
Yeah.
lottery.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's not.
Is it?
It's not about being Bill Gates. It's about winning the lottery.
No,
well, he
no,
does
no,
mention
it's
Bill
about-
Gates.
It's about Bill Gates.
He says Bill Gates has so much money he's lost touch of reality.
Right, but the crux of the humor lies on stupid shit you would do with a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the joke you're making. How you walk into it is a comedian's choice.
Rebuild it in Nerf. Is that what he said?
Like a Nerf castle.
Tear down Red Deer and rebuild it in Nerf.
What do you think Jeremy Hotz?
When he was working out his new material,
Jeremy Hotz.
was he a part of that?
How do you spell it? Like that?
That's, yeah.
Yep.
Good memory.
Hotsy's not on here.
He's got to be represented by someone, though.
But
Yeah.
he can make a lot of money. Like, I
Hotsy's,
guess if Mike McDonald's making that much money,
Oh, you never came up, Chris.
no, of course I'm not getting. No,
Damn it.
Gaskin, the low is a 2-for-1 coupon, and the high he charges for
I
domestic
just
show
need a ride back home.
is a 12-sack of Mountain Dew.
I take it. That's not too shabby.
It's all about owning the craft, right?
What is
I do
this
for the
old
love of it.
fucking bag,
Get
dude?
Nancy Kerrigan to show up. Fucking break her ankle.
Dude, who is it? Is this her?
Why?
What a memory! Holy crap!
I was gonna say that's got to be the maximum you pay. I paid.
Who's Schlossberg?
I don't know, but she's making
Professor.
more than a lot of comedians.
Professor of counseling. Oh,
She can counsel the shit out of you.
creatively. She
Can
helps
you
creative
imagine
people with the ups and downs of life.
hiring Nancy Kerrigan and then paying some guy to club her mid speech.
Oh yeah, she's.
And
And
like
just walks up, takes
What,
her kneecap.
what are you gonna pay the guy though?
I feel like these aren't real
Just
numbers.
as much as
I
you
feel
pay
like
her.
These guys don't even know shit. Because you look and it says like,
Well, let's try to substantiate the evidence. Let's try to find another site. Try like
history.
This might just be.
This could get dicey, folks.
It's not like they can see your history coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
The
you guys
government
can.
can.
Yeah, they can.
Sly boots. But what are they gonna do?
Here
Blame
goes,
Maybach
here goes,
for,
here goes
blame
Mike
Maybach
in
for
the-
watching another pissing video.
I was trying to figure out what a golden shower meant. I thought it had something to do with McDonald's French fries.
Dude, you ever notice your porn, whatever site you use? It seems like they'll try to tailor to you,
Yeah.
and then some shit comes up, and you're like, "What? Did they think that was for me?" Like it's like all this stuff you normally watch.
Yeah.
and it's like
Pornhub recommends.
some foot shit. And you're like,
Yeah.
I've watched a foot video ever. What the fuck?
You know what it is? I'll tell you
And
what
it's
it
like
is.
maybe they're getting me, trying to
It's-
get me to
it's
try
like
it.
it's like a drug dealer that's like, all right, well, you've bought pot. You just try E right now. That's exactly what it is.
Try tabs. It's not that much
Try.
different. You obviously like to jerk off. Try jerking off to something else.
Hey,
You blow the same kind of load. It's just
you like the amateur stuff. How about point of view amateur stuff? Like they just slowly build it
Yeah.
until eventually, you're at dog fucking human. And that's
is that where you found? Is that where you woke up?
yeah, that's where you come out of the blackout. Have to
Oh, what
clean
the
up.
hell's going on? I don't remember if I remember it from a bit, but I know I heard it from somebody, and they were talking about how funny it is that how you know the porn you're watching is horrible because once you're done, you look at it like, oh God, oh, Jesus Christ, you're like, oh, shut that off. That's fucking what happened there, and you just feel shame after.
That's you've seen Rocky Mountain High,
Yeah.
where Rogan does that bit, and then he goes, "Wing a man, jerks off." After he's just always like, "Again,
Yeah.
what's wrong with me?" He goes, "You're never like, yeah, did that shit. I'm awesome."
Yeah, and then he talks about the gator roll in the sheets.
Yeah, yeah.
Does he-
That's so great. That special's
Was
really
he talking
good.
about the toy, whatever the fuck that's called?
No, the
Fleshlight?
flashlight. No.
Because he always talks about it on the podcast, how he has to clean it out afterwards, and that's more shameful than anything.
Didn't he? I thought he did that on one special.
Yeah.
He might have.
I think he did it at the Tabernacle.
It was either the Tabernacle or
Because he had that
Talking
bit about
Monkeys.
his wife being like, I don't think you should do that. It's bad for your image.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, "Do you even know
It was
me?"
a Tabernacle.
Yeah.
I didn't think Talking Monkeys was all that good.
I love the fucking tiger bit from. That's my favorite.
That one was
bit
good.
From
Talking Monkeys.
Yeah,
No, no,
that
is
was
that-
one of my favorite bits all the time.
So good.
Is that from Talking Monkeys or is that from Live?
That's from Talking Monkeys.
He's got the bit in Talking Monkeys.
The Brock Lesnar one is.
No, that's
That's
from
Tabernacle.
Tabernacle.
That's
No, the bit
my
about Dr. Phil is my favorite bit from Talking Monkeys.
Yeah,
He
that's
goes,
good.
I don't run.
I wear
I'm not-
slippery
I just wear
shoes."
Slippery shoes.
I'm
but
not
it's-
running from anybody.
It's the line where he goes, Dr. Phil told a guy that masturbating to porn was just as bad as cheating on his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, if I had a gun, I would have Elvised my TV.
I wanna
Like
Elvis
that,
TV.
that line to me is the funniest fucking line in
Yeah.
that special.
Well, dude, they do this thing. Ari Shafir's doing this thing, and it's
Where they're going
on his
over their
Skeptic
CDs,
Tank
yeah.
podcast, and he's going over comedian specials with them, like their older ones, not like just
Joey-
talking about the journey, not
Rogan's
like
was
critiquing or anything
5 hours.
like that.
No,
And
it's
Rogan's
got some
is 5
critiquing
hours.
in it too.
For sure, but like they all talk about how he knows how far away that was. That's
Yeah.
like 3 specials ago for him or 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
But he does it with I forget who else he does it because I've only heard the Rogan one. I haven't even heard the whole thing.
He did it
but
with
it's like
Bert
if you
Kreischer's first one.
if
He
you're
did it
looking for a
with-
podcast to just talk straight stand up with you, if you're interested in stand up, there's nothing better.
he,
Ari Shafir super gets
and
comedy.
it's 5 hours long.
5
that,
hours.
that one is, yeah.
They
Okay.
listen to
I'll try to
everything and then they
I'll try
fucking
to
kinda,
block off 5 hours
So-
one day.
It's crazy. You have to do it in sections.
I listened to it in like 3 different sittings, but it's
I
like
can't do that.
Should we see if Michelle Shaughnessy will go against Gaskin for Celebrity Net Worth?
Yeah.
Okay.
you're messaging her
8
right now.
o'clock on a Friday.
That hottie dyed
Yes,
her
it's
hair.
like fucking
Saw it on
11.
Twitter.
It'll be like
She dyed it dark
11
again.
or shit.
Ask her about her hair extensions because she said she found out about hair extensions and she cut them out of her head. Not her head, but her hair. But I don't know what hair extensions are made
Hold on,
of. that
she
was-
found hair
no,
extensions.
no, no. She
and-
got
oh.
them put in and then she found out about them and what they come from. And
Where
she
do
was
they come
offended.
from?
I don't know. That's what I want to ask her.
Cancer patient.
Yeah, they're a little touchy, that group.
Jeez.
My auntie
They
is
come
a
from
cancer
cancer?
survivor, and I went to this walk.
God, it was probably his fucking
Where you
aunt
just
too.
you just walk
No,
around the track.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
fundraiser thing.
Yeah, that
And there
24
was
hour.
a dude there darting, like he was stepping out to dart. And I was like, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, it's the 24
He's like, I'll raise
hour-
money for it because I know what's coming down the line here. I'm well on my way to this, so I'd like a few dollars saved up. If I have to walk around the track, I'll do it.
Yeah, I used to do that every year when I lived here.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Would yeah.
But that's the whole crux of the joke is how much money gets raised for cancer research. And you're like, what the fuck? Human beings can fix any problem with enough money. We've proven it time and time again. Went to space with enough money.
My dad thinks it's because men don't live as long as women. He's like, women are living on average 5 years longer than men do. He's like, if women were dying faster than we were, it's like people would give a shit. He's like, we would
Funny.
be spending a lot more money on it and making sure we found a solution. But because men are, who fucking care?
Have you asked him if you can use that?
Yeah.
My whole cancer joke came from my dad. Because my dad was telling me
You're
about
gonna
it.
add that part?
I've been thinking about it,
Yeah,
yeah.
why aren't you? Think it would be funny and you wouldn't be costing me $90. Fuckface.
He goes, because what it was my dad was like, I can't believe they haven't figured out cancer. He's like, you know, when I was a kid, I thought, fuck, by the time I'm old enough to get cancer, they'll have this shit figured out. He's like, it's been like 40 something years. It's like nothing. They've made no ground. And that's where that's where that whole joke stemmed from. was-
They got a pill somewhere that
Speaking of
Rumsfeld and
cancer.
Shangy could take. You know,
Yeah.
Did I-
some
I
Bourne
got the
ultimatum shit.
anti-cancer pill.
You know what I'm
here.
really fascinated about is like it's just a concept, but you'll know they'll find it. But have you ever seen the Bourne Ultimatum?
Yeah.
With the new one with Jeremy Renner, where they take those blues and greens or whatever
It's
the fuck they are.
the Bourne Legacy. Ultimatum's the
Oh,
third one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, with the pills.
Yeah, and they're just cognitive enhancers. Like before when he was just in the military, he tells the story about how he was just a fucking average, so like barely like couldn't even get over the IQ line to get into the military.
Yeah.
And then went into this program that was experimental, but they like cycle you onto bacteria.
Yeah.
Was the story in that one, anyways. But it enhances all cognitive function. But the only thing is you can't get off them. Like they only had it in pill form, and then at the end, I guess.
Yeah, you'd
they
have
get
to
it.
viral off of it.
Yeah.
Was what happened in that movie.
Dude, I feel like that with
But what are
Alpha
you
Brain.
gonna do when every goddamn human is on that level? Like those exoskeleton technology, where you can just lift like 1,000 pounds because you're wearing this suit, kind of thing.
Fuck yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Like
Is that Superhuman Me? Have you seen that documentary?
No.
You know what though? That's
Netflix.
when chicks will have to stop judging on height, judging on looks. They'll have to start judging on whether or not someone's actually nice and a kind person. And
Is that where it's going?
and that'll fucking
Was that the
that'll
end of
actually
Terminator?
Yeah, that's why the humans fucking died, because women were only fucking nice guys at the end. I know the end game is if
He's
women
a
fuck me,
sweetheart.
we're just ruining the human race. Like, I understand that.
No, but like once, like technology is going so fast that once it becomes, once you're able to interface with it in that kind of way, where you're wearing a suit that makes you bigger and stronger than you could ever be just by eating food and working out.
But are you going to be as big and strong as everyone else?
Probably.
Okay.
Actually,
so
I don't know. That's a good question. Like the exponentials, like if a guy's actually stronger, does the suit get exponentially stronger because he's wearing the same thing you are? I don't know. I doubt it.
I'm sure it would be
Because the first
same
ones will be
amount for every
mechanical.
suit.
Probably. It'll probably be the suit that does it. So it'll make a bunch of stuff change so goddamn quickly if you ever just introduce it to market.
I
And then
feel,
you're like,
I feel
well, what are you
bad for
doing
the
if-
first girl who gets fucked by a guy in that suit.
Yeah, hoping they make some kind of like dental dam out of it for her.
Yeah. They're just shoving the dental dam, and he's just fucking the dental dam.
Yeah, because
He's
your
not even
load,
banging her.
your load just turns
She's
into
not
a
even getting
shotgun blast.
excited. She's just like, wow, look how fast you're moving. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna become a
Kind of
superhero,
weird.
but the capability of the average human will just take this gigantic fucking leap, and no one will know what it means until it just all plays out.
No, you'll know what it means when the first psycho wears one. That's when you'll know what it means.
For sure, but you're wearing something that's
Because-
bulletproof. You're wearing a bulletproof suit.
But you
and
realize-
it's fucking like Under Armour.
Not everyone's going to get one immediately.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's no fucking way that's possible. So a few people are going to get it, and one of those guys is going to be a psycho, and he's going to go on some fucking supervillain crime spree.
They'll put him down. They'll just invent bullets. that'll
Yeah,
go through it.
eventually some tank will show up to take him down.
No, it'll be some
It'll get
shit
to that
story
point.
where he has like an Achilles heel. Where you're like, this guy's immortal except for his fucking the back of his right leg. What a shit
he's gonna
story that
Icarus it, fly a little too close to the sun.
But if
Lose
it ever,
my wings.
it's just gonna make your average Cheeto eating blogger fucking a superhuman. And you're like, what does that mean? What does it mean to stay in shape now? Like you're only healthy
Oh
now.
my god, we can't have Cheeto eating bloggers superhumans. That would be the fucking worst.
Well, no, there's a documentary on Netflix though. It's called Superhuman Me, and they show you all that shit. And it's still a long ways, man.
Watch them push up their
The
glasses.
bulky ones, yeah, like they're
Well,
like a
they even
steel
show-
exoskeleton you put on.
Well, no,
it's
they
like an
even
Iron Man
show
thing
they,
more than it's.
Like the ones that jump high. They just show that. Who's that guy who killed his girlfriend? Real nice guy.
Pistorius.
Pistorius. Fucking
Real nice guy.
real
Blade
sweetheart.
Runner. Blade Runner.
Fucking Blade Runner.
Tink
there.
tink.
Poor little Tink Tink.
Little tink tink.
What a piece of shit that guy was. Fucking right. Anyway, so they got legs like him, and they just show guys jumping over like 8-foot tall brick walls with those legs on.
Yeah.
And they're like, look at what we humans can do now. We can jump really high.
We just have to saw
you're
off
like,
your
"Okay."
legs. But
No, they just put these things on. You're like,
I wonder if Cat
don't
Williams
seem
ever had anybody fucking
advantageous.
waddle out of his show on those little blade things. You fucking asshole. How's it like impossible?
And
It's
demand their
impossible
money back?
To not, to like give a guy his money back while he's standing there just like doing this bounce thing. Give my goddamn money back.
Well, as they get,
sir, you
I can
look
see
like you're
I
having
can
a
see
great
you're
time.
hopping mad.
probably as they walk up and they get.
Can I borrow one of your
aggressive.
legs? The fucking front ski on my GT's out.
Ah, Jesus.
Here's a bunch of sick fucks.
Yeah, we get some people
Right,
boycott
go
the show.
You know what? I'm gonna have to pull this fucking podcast off the air now, Gaskin. Thanks
this
a
up.
lot. I'm probably
What
not
the
gonna
fuck
put
did I
the. I'm not gonna put this one up. I don't think. You know.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not? Well, all the shit you're talking. You know.
First of all, I would have been talking shit regardless of what happened. All right, so eat a dick.
He's looking for a reason to say things.
It just gives me an actual reason to say it. It puts some context behind it instead of me just
It's
busting your
memorable.
balls.
Like I
It's
heard a
a thick
podcast,
skin.
but it was just that guy. Remember that guy who told you to eat a dick? That guy. And then everybody remembers Chris Gaskin.
Yeah.
Fucking goes down, cemented as the
I'm
eat a
just
dick guy.
ball busting. All right, so
No, I'm actually kind of fascinated by ball busting since I heard like some really candid Boston comics, like ball busting,
hold on, wait on this. I'm
Hilarious.
gonna go grab a drink. I want to talk about that.
or the one where Fitzsimmons and Rogan talk about it. It's actually like just a little snippet from the pocket, like one of the things that you can just watch. It's fucking hilarious. But the way they talk to each other, like some of it seems super confrontational and offensive, and all things above that. But they all just understand. Like I heard Louis and Bobby Kelly, who were like good friends. Like Bobby Kelly's on Louis' show more than probably any comic, and this was like an old O&A, and he calls in, and he's talking about listening to O&A with his kids, like he wants to listen to it on the way, and then it's like I can't because Bobby Kelly's on. He's like fucking this, fucking that, and these fucking cock, fucking, and he's like I explain that to my kids even at a young age. Like this guy swears, like I don't worry about what they hear, but it's like this guy's just so fucking stupid. He starts going off about like he's not doing it because he's like it's part of him parlaying into. He's just fucking like that's how he carries to his next sentence is with a fucking. This and a fucking and then Jim Norton jumps in. He's like, yeah, he's too dumb to fucking carry 3 sentences in a row, so he has to stall with these fucking and these cock sucking. And then Bobby Kelly calls in from the phone,
You know what, dude?
and he's just like, "Fuck you and your fucking kids, Louis." He's like, "Fuck my kids." He's like, "You redheaded cunt." And he's like, "Why would it matter if my hair's been red my whole life? Why would that hurt my feelings?" But they're like good friends. It's like. I don't have a friend I can call and say fuck your kids to, but they all kind of get it. It's so much fun if you could to think that you could have a group of people you cultivate like that where you get to talk just mad shit too.
I mean, it's ball busting is like my way of like giving a guy a verbal hug.
It's like
You know,
that. Yeah.
it's
It's
I
a Gaskin
never
love. Gaskin
anyone who I ball bust with, I like them. If I didn't, I wouldn't bust their balls.
Yeah, and you really
I just
wouldn't be
wouldn't
able
fucking
to
talk
because
to
it wouldn't be funny in the same
Yeah,
way
it-
if you didn't like them or they weren't your
if
or
I
they
didn't like
you.
them, it would come across as "fuck you, I hate you," not. You know, I wouldn't be.
Yeah, because it becomes confrontational. But it's like
Yeah.
one of the greatest things, or Louis said or Jim Norton said one of the greatest things that ever happened to him. The funniest things was that he was outside of on the sidewalk after a comedy show, I think, and he bought a fat slice of pizza.
Yeah.
And it was just this big juicy pizza, and he's fucking turning around to walk away, and Louis C.K. walks up and slaps it on the fucking ground, and he goes, "Your mother's a cunt,"
Yeah,
and he
just
walks
walks
away,
away.
and everyone's like, "What?" And old Jim just starts laughing.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh my god, it was a fucking." Just a fresh piece of pizza too. It was gonna be so good, and he just slaps on the ground, and everybody thinks that Jim did something horrific for that to incite that behavior.
Or at least his mother.
But Louis just like, no, this is gonna
something.
flip this a whole day for everybody. It's gonna flip it on their ear if I walk up and do this.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, well, what the fuck was that? Why did you do that? And only Jim knows. It's because he was just being it to be funny and shock people.
So it's like when I make fun of stupid over there, it's because I like the guy.
So is he talking to me? Sorry.
I think he's talking about me.
Fuck you and your kids.
Sorry.
Did they like take your dog out or what the fuck? Because
No, my dog's and my mom's.
Let's do celebrity net worth.
No, we gotta wait. We gotta someone called in a bit.
Oh, Sean.
No, Michelle's not.
wow.
Shell.
Hold of Michelle, but we got Uncle Roscoe
Oh.
when he gets back from walking the dog.
Uncle Ross.
He's gonna phone in to challenge Gaskin. Winner gets a $15 iTunes gift card. I got 2 to give away, so we can actually get another one too going if we want after
Big
that.
thanks to iTunes for nothing.
For
Are they a
provide,
sponsor?
That's straight out
for
of pocket.
providing iTunes.
Are they a sponsor?
No.
No, of course not.
No.
iTunes.
Okay, let's watch a
Couldn't
crazy
sponsor
YouTube
shit.
video.
What do you guys got? Anyone's got a good YouTube video?
Ooh, rack your brains.
I got a good.
Do you ever see the one? Bill Burr talks about it, where he talks about
The cat.
in the raccoon.
Yeah.
I finally saw that
The
video.
cat versus
Here you
raccoon.
go. You guys
Did
see
you
this
see the one where the raccoon had hands?
And he grabbed
He
the
comes
thing.
in the
Did you know they had?
He has hands. I didn't know he had hands.
You guys seen One Hell of a Doctor? The good Canadian boys.
I think it's normal to go to the doctor's office with a sore shoulder, and then the doctor just gets you to take off all your clothes and does a bunch of penis tests on you.
Yeah, seems normal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
How'd the test go?
Oh, Jesus. Pretty good, I think. Pretty good. You did a lot, though. Ooh. We did the old tip sensitivity test, the friggin' foreskin rollback test, scrotum elasticity test,
Elasticity, yeah.
traction test, the expansion test, the friggin' reach around test, quick snap test, the old helicopter test.
The old whirly-do.
Oh yeah, really do. Look at her go. The old bangaroo test,
Yeah.
the old hammer test, pound those nails in the wood, the ejaculation distance test.
Alright, how you doing that one?
Not too bad, 81 centimeters.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Fold it up like an accordion test, the old fold test, shaft strength test. Gotta make sure that shaft's strong.
Oh, yeah.
Gyration test, the vibration test, reflex test, the old erection speed test.
Alright, how quick can you get her up?
How quick can you get her up? How quick can you get her down?
Could be an emergency.
Yeah, pretty much the whole kit and caboodle, eh?
Sounds like a great doctor.
Oh, Jesus, one hell of a doctor. But I think it's normal if his office is in a barn and he was videotaping the whole thing.
He probably just needs that for his records, you know?
Alright. Yes. Doctors keep records. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
How many diplomas has he got on his wall?
He really had many diplomas, but he had a lot of old license plates and a stop sign there.
Okay, well maybe he keeps them in his house.
It's not weird at all if your wife's watching everything happen and she's only got her bra on and she's just going right to town on herself. The doctor's completely naked except for a G-string he's wearing.
No, works out of his home. He's a home practitioner.
Who am I to question this? Blue collar, white collar, he's a genius, I'm some fucking idiot.
10 years of university.
I'm from fucking idiot.
Community college?
Fuck, give yourself a slap. Come on, you idiot. Ugh. Give yourself a slap, why don't you? Fuck. Stupid. No question the fucking genius. The high.
I think we need to go more. We need something we can commentate.
Yeah, man.
You know, if you're gonna throw a YouTube video up for the people.
Dude, the best thing is fucking fights. Or altercations.
Okay, let's. What do you want to say?
You guys haven't seen that cat versus the raccoon one.
Cat versus
Raccoon.
Yeah, I guess watching stuff in nature fuck themselves up is crazy too. Like cheetah versus anything.
So it's
crazy.
like
This top one here.
is it the
You're gonna
the
tune in
second
to watch
one or
cheetah
the-
versus anything.
Kitty versus raccoon or cat versus raccoon?
I think it's kitty versus raccoon.
It's longer, 2 minutes. We can do it.
The raccoon doesn't give
Yeah,
a
this
shit. He
is the
just
one.
keeps
See?
coming forward and he takes the ball and all of a sudden he has hands.
Yeah, and then he comes back up and you see the cat. It was right off the top too. The cat delivered like 6-7 shots right to the raccoon's face.
Cats are
See?
pure untapped potential.
The cat's eating. Here comes the raccoon again.
I think he's just trying to share
Right.
initially.
Watch the cat. Fuck out of here.
He takes a bunch.
Yeah.
I'll be over here, you fuck. Come on. It's buffet.
And then the cat's just looking up like, what the fuck, man? Get this
Okay,
raccoon out of here.
This isn't that interesting.
No, but this is how.
This is neat.
the
This
video.
is neat. Nature is neat.
This is the video that.
This is too
you-
much dead
Bro
air. If
was
you got something
talking
funny
about-
to say about this video, say it.
YouTube, chimp face fucks a frog.
I've seen that one. I think most people have seen that one. The old. We need something that no one's seen. Let's just go to YouTube, like popular.
Chimp
popular
face
shit.
fucks a frog.
No, because you've seen it.
You've seen it?
Everyone's-
Hold on,
Everybody's seen it.
dummy. Did you just hear what the fuck you said? Let's
Popular
go.
videos?
Let's go to something that no one's seeing. Let's click on popular videos.
Oh my god.
Well, do you watch
Fucking
popular videos on YouTube all the time?
No,
We're talking
I
about, he's
don't,
talking about
but-
nobody in this room. That's all.
All right, stop putting his
So
words
late?
into context.
So like the latest ones.
You fucking help me out here. All right, it's more fun to pile on.
I
Be
love
a
the
saving
pile on.
grace.
This is tailored to me, I think. A lot of Nitro Circus is coming up.
Yeah, that's why it's garbage, dummy.
Hey. You know what's always good? You just go to CNN.
I noticed that's a key for Boston Comics. They call people dummies and zeros. Like, you fucking zero. Or you don't do that, dummy. Like, that'll be their... Just they tag it onto the end of everything. Colin Quinn does it a lot. Because every time you hear Jay Moore's impression of Colin Quinn, he'll say that. Like, Jay Moore has a great... when he talks about doing impressions, he's like, everybody has something they can hang their hat on when they're doing an impression. Where, like he says Al Pacino, he's like, whatever you're saying, you just go, oh. And it's like this, and then it brings you back to everyone knows you're Pacino, and then you go forward. Or like Ray Romano would be like a Kermit the Frog thing where you're like, But it's like a keystone or a touchstone where, but he does a thing with Pete Holmes where they talk about doing impressions and the keystones, and then Pete Holmes does this fucking unreal Joker impersonation, like a dead-on Heath Ledger Joker, where it's like his face gets as ramped up as his does, the voice is perfect, the inflection, the whole deal. You start to realize that there's guys out there that could do anybody.
Yeah.
You ever heard somebody do a Nick Cage impression? It's like, how do you do a fucking Nick Cage impression? Some of them are so obscure, and then some guy will just have it down, where he could become somebody else. And I notice when guys do it for podcasts, like improv podcasts, like a comedy Bang Bang,
Yeah.
like that, if you can do a good impression, now you can come into the podcast studio and you can put that person in the room because it's just audio. So you'll hear James Adomi come in and do like an unreal Jesse Ventura, or he'll do like an unreal Gary Busey. And then sometimes Nick Kroll he'll do like a Sly Stallone. And it's like, it's not a super good one, but because he's so funny, he can make Sly Stallone say funny stuff. And it becomes twice as funny because he's saying it in that, well, you know, he's my kid brother. Yeah, he's my kid brother. It's Frank Stallone. So he's talking like that, but he's so funny that it's just on top of his jokes already. But they're super good at it. And Comedy Bang Bang is probably the best podcast for that. Because that Scott Aukerman guy can fucking throw up softballs for everybody. Yeah. He's really good at it.
I can only do like one impression, and I can only do it for a minute or two, or else I start breaking. Because it's so hard on the throat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's not that bad. It's an okay impression. I wish it was better, but
I was gonna
fuck
say,
me.
Earlier in this podcast, like, you're not Fitzsimmons, you're fucking Gottfried. You're fucking Gilbert Gottfried.
I hear that shit all the fucking time. It's such a pain in the ass. They say Mr. Affleck. I say I'm not Affleck Duck anymore. I made one joke and those cunts couldn't handle it.
Dude, that's really good.
Here's the problem, though, is the other people say, hey, Yazzo, I don't even remember his name, but the fucking parrot. That's what they say. Hey, fucking parrot, my kids love you. And I say, fuck your kids. How about that?
Dude, have you seen him at the Bob Saget roast?
Yeah.
Where he goes on and on and on. And he's like, why would we honor a man, Bob Saget, who raped and killed a girl in 1993? And everything. That's what he always comes back to, all his jokes. And that's Bob Saget, who raped and killed a girl in 1990. He takes everybody down a super crazy road where, like, for the first 30 seconds, it's not funny. And then you realize where you are now is twice as funny as where you've been all night. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he was really good on the Pamela Anderson roast.
Really good. He's actually, there's a really good interview with him and on the Norm Macdonald show.
Yeah.
On it. VPN, I think it's called, Video Podcast Network. The Norm Macdonald show, and Gottfried's on there, and he does that same kind of stick where his Adam Egget, Norm's like sidekick on the show, he's just talking about him getting AIDS or something, like, and he always turns it back into Adam Egget getting AIDS. and you're like, this guy's so fucking funny, and Norm just leads him on to these little pieces where he's like, and then Adam got AIDS.
It's like I hear that fucking. I do actually hear, like you remind me. It's one of my jokes that I have, but it's because it was something that actually happened. I was doing a set. It's probably at what's Lambda now, when it was still Learn to Earn bartending school. We rented it out, did a show there. Me and a buddy, and
I still don't know where Lambda is.
his dad was
It's above a tattoo shop
yeah.
on 3rd.
Okay.
Like a block away from.
Now you
Mancio's.
know.
So
It's right next to the pawn shop on 3rd.
Yes, I want to go to all the time.
So I was doing a show there, and it was when I actually started to get half decent at what I do. Like I still sucked, but I was starting to get better. So people were like, "Shit, like you're getting funny." And my friend's dad had just walked. Like I was coming off stage, and he was like, "That was really good." And you know who you remind me of? And I looked at him and just went, "Yeah, fucking Gilbert Gottfried," just because I hear it so
Yeah.
much. And he went, "No," and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry.
George Bush.
Who do I sound like?" And he goes, "Oh, the parrot from Aladdin." And I was like, "You fucking dick." And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "It's the
That would have
same
been
guy."
funny if he set that up. If he'd known,
Yeah.
that would be twice as funny. But he was just a clueless asshole.
I need some more beer,
Yeah.
Gaskin.
But it's good because you have the cadence in that impression. Cadence is funny because you can do not a good impression, but some guys, like if you talk like in Attell's cadence, people will know if they've heard Attell, even if your voice isn't as raspy and raw. If you tell a joke like
right.
like Attell, where he's like sometimes he would just be
Yeah.
on stage and he's like, well, you know, folks, somebody out there right now is fucking an animal, having sex with an animal, and then he just goes, riling him up and fucking him, and that's like his whole.
Dude, have
You'll
you seen
know
that
that's Attell.
That
I
Vice
did a-
article on fucking goats?
His cadence is like that. La da 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 da.
Yeah.
I did a
Anyways,
pretty
5
good-
McNuggets later, I'm
Yeah.
banging.
I did a pretty good Mitch Hedberg on Halloween.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was that show altogether?
It was fun.
Yeah.
Were you there?
Well, the thing, no, he wasn't. He was in Vancouver
I was
still,
a van, man.
and he didn't
I
show
was
up.
waiting for your call.
It's not that I didn't
First of
show
all,
up.
don't
I
sit
didn't
there.
do the show.
Oh, well.
Fucking asshole.
Let's see. Mike McGuire was MC. He did Rod Steiger
Yeah.
from the Twilight Zone. Uh,
From the 12.
Virginia did Roseanne.
Okay. They look just alike.
John did Carlin. Oh, John the chef did Dave Chappelle.
Really?
Yeah, it was so good. He did the juice bit. He did name
Dude.
some more.
You should have seen one night. We were doing a show, and Virginia was going to headline.
Yeah.
And we're at Nancy O's. And then out of nowhere, like we're like, okay, what's the lineup? And then this guy comes out of the kitchen. And he's like, hey, can I get up? And we're like, yeah, okay. Like, they know who he is. I don't know who he is. And he goes up on stage, and, like, he's doing good, like, getting laughs.
Yeah.
But he's just curt, like, every second word is kind of the fuck thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And then he's laughing, and he just goes out, and he fucking does, like, 15, 20 minutes.
He did 20.
He does 20 in the middle of a fucking show that he got, like, he asked to
Last
be on kind
minute
of thing.
spot.
And it's like, yeah, man, maybe we can get you for 5. And he just stands up there. And I was like, this fucking guy comes out
And
of the
he's
kitchen.
and he's like
He's flipping
he's
fucking
spritzing.
grits.
He's spritzing.
And then he comes up here like he's still wearing his gig, the apron, the hat. Like, who is this? Fucking Jimmy the Cook? Like, are you doing a character?
Yeah.
Fucking
He's
hell,
actually
just
pretty
20
good,
minutes.
though.
And like
I-
Virginia cut her set short. I rushed through my set because I was going up just before her.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw him. I've seen him once.
And I was like, it's all cool if you want to get up, man. Like, be part of the community, but
Yeah.
you don't just get
Don't
to
do
go up
20.
and fucking do headliner time
Yeah.
and fucking curse through half of it.
Yeah. Well, I noticed when he went up when I was there, he's calling out a lot of the waitresses.
Yeah, you only do 10 minutes, and half of it's cancer material. That's what you want to do.
I think that
Fuck, man. I
The
need to
last
start doing
show
some
he
cancer
did-
If you
bits.
can walk
Oh,
half
yeah.
the crowd,
I gotta get me a good cancer bit going.
I can lose half of the crowd in a real hurry. I told you before I went out, I'm gonna burn this fucking room down.
Because if somebody
I
has,
literally
You almost
said
did, yeah.
those
Yeah, you
words
did.
before I did. I said,
He did
I'm
say
gonna
those
burn
words.
this room to the fucking ground.
if somebody has
then
AIDS, they're
went
not
out.
gonna stand up and walk out and admit it because they don't want to sit and talk about it. You got a key on the cancer.
You just trash AIDS and watch him go, yeah, exactly.
Because I have AIDS,
What he
asshole.
said.
Whoa! There's
Every-
fucking a new 15 minutes.
You watch him say that, and then you watch everyone in their seats like scooching over. Don't touch where he's touched. Like,
Straight up quarantine. I don't know how it travels.
Gotta be airborne by now.
that's one of those like, Jenny, aren't you fucking him? Huh? That's
Only in the ass.
Safest place, trust me.
She won't get
I think that's how it
pregnant that way.
originated, right?
if you have HIV and you sleep with someone and you don't tell them you have HIV, that's
Go to
like a
jail.
fucking felony.
Oh, you go to jail. Yeah,
man,
you
get
got to put a
charged with
stop to
murder,
that stuff.
man.
You got to put a stop to it. See,
Why
it's not within
What happened,
humans'
Gaston?
ability of justifying ethics, but if you have a deadly disease like that, you fucking shoot people that have it.
Yeah.
Like back in the day,
Yeah.
you eradicate that shit. Now, like we want to do it through medicine, and
Well-
we start to understand the disease and just say, well, if they just keep it themselves, they're not going to spread it. But these things still spread. Epidemics are fucking scary as shit, and they could wipe us out in a minute, like just at the drop of a hat. If something comes around that we're not prepared for and is contagious enough, there's nothing you can do. The average human, there's nothing you can do. You can't take vitamin C and block
No.
yourself from this stuff.
But that's like one of the things. Like I was saying, there's almost 8 billion people on this fucking planet now. That's way too many people. And that's what I was saying about like cancer earlier. I go, the sad fact is there's just too many people on this planet.
Right,
Would
but
it
that
be
doesn't mean
nice if
cancer
cancer
originates
didn't
from that.
exist?
I'd like to know where cancer originated from and how, if other species have it, and how long it's been around.
I'm sure the way we've
A
been
guy I
living.
work with tried to tell me we all have cancer cells in us,
I think that's a true thing where it's.
but I don't think it is. I think your cells turn cancerous.
No, because I have like moles on my stomach and stuff. Like you'll have the
Yeah.
odd mole, and that's a benign tumor. Is what that is.
Yeah.
It's like a.
So you're saying that we have cancer cells?
They're just not
I think-
malignant.
I don't believe it still.
First
We
of all,
Googled it that day.
look at what we're all
Well, you have a
fucking
lot of
drinking.
cells.
You know what I mean? Like we all drink garbage.
A shit thing to say. You have like 20
You know what I mean?
billion cells. You have a lot
We're
of cells.
making fucking we're making Kraft Dinger,
Dude,
which
love
is
cells.
like these gross noodles with like
Hey,
this chemical
hey,
paste.
hey.
Well, I will constantly
I
say you
love
have no
Kraft
idea
Dinner.
what you're eating, and you really have no idea what you're breathing. That's a true statement for
Yeah.
the average human being. You don't really know. You just assume it to be all right, but you don't know what's in it.
Yeah,
if it
you don't
tastes
know.
okay, that's your first line and last line of defense. If it tastes okay, unless you throw it up.
So
Yeah.
do you
Your body
think the
just
only reason
takes
we're
it.
living longer
that's the
then
thing
is
is-
because of medicine?
Yes.
Right now.
But I mean, technically speaking, back in the day, they were counting like infant mortality rates among the average human life. And
Life
infant
expectancy?
mortality, yeah. So infant
Well, that's still a
mortality
way they
rates
schedule
were
countries.
close to like 30-40% at the time, if not higher. So I mean, when you take those into account, then you say, oh, the average lifetime
Do you know?
is 40 years.
Do you know
No,
that
it was still
half-
fucking 75, 80 years. But because
You just
half
got to
the
get past
babies were
those
fucking
first
dying. Yeah.
fucking two, you know? Those ones are
That's
tough.
it.
Dude, do you know
You
that
make it
half of all people who have ever died have died
Yes.
from malaria?
Yep.
Really?
Half of anyone who's ever lived, breathed, and died. Half of those numbers have died strictly from malaria.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
I heard that somewhere.
That's
And then you're gonna have a guy
That's
with the
like
audacity to
$2.5
talk
billion
shit about Bill Gates because Bill Gates is out there curing malaria in infants.
that's like
How
Oh,
could you?
really?
How could you tough talk a little nerd who's trying to save the world?
Right.
that's what two and a
What a nice guy, you know?
What a
Just
sweetheart. Never did anything wrong.
No.
He just goes about his business. Never fucked anybody over. Never left anybody fucking stranded outside their house. Never
saving
made somebody sell it
malaria
all.
one person.
That's
at
like
a
2.5
time.
billion people though that have died
What?
of malaria. That's like 2.5 billion.
Oh, way more than that. We're talking all time.
Yeah,
All
I think
time in
it,
history.
All right,
Like
here we
Alexander
go.
the Great died from malaria.
Okay, but how many humans do you think existed altogether?
Let's get that up.
It might be like 22
how many
billion.
people
So
died
it's
from
probably
malaria?
more than that. So it's probably like 11 billion or something.
That's each year now.
Okay, instead of looking at malaria, just look at how
207
many
million
people-
cases of malaria each year. That's interesting.
Okay, again.
3.2
World's
billion
population
people.
Are at
3
risk of malaria.
Yeah. See, that's
190
not.
million.
200
That's
million
not a
malaria
stat.
cases. But these are just in like the crazy
Oh no.
overpopulated third world countries.
Yeah.
Where
We're
it's like
talking,
all they
we're
do is
talking
start
India,
popping them
China.
up.
I mean, they've got 1 billion each.
90% of all malaria deaths occurred in the Africa region. Children under 5 years old.
Since when?
I don't know, in 2013.
In 2013.
90% of
Yeah.
all malaria deaths occurred in the.
Because it used to be
Africa
something
region,
that
mostly
nobody
among-
had a fucking clue about. And like you would get this crazy fever. And then I remember reading about Alexander the Great, and they would make him take these ice baths. And he never got back. When he went to India and conquered them with fucking, it was the first time he saw elephants. And he fucking, like, their battle plan was just horses. And these Indians came in on elephants. And he's like, what the fuck are those? like, nobody knew shit. He's like, retreat. They got monsters. But he ended up getting fucking malaria. And then on the way, like, they would have to constantly try to cool him down, but then you're freezing him. And it's not super good for you. But it's the only way to get your body temperature down because, like, I think you operate. You're gonna have to look this up, but I think you operate at like a 98% like body temperature,
98 degrees, you mean?
something like that.
Not percent, yeah. It's like.
Or sorry, yeah.
So,
Degrees.
okay.
And then
Yeah.
if you go over 103, your brain starts cooking and
Yeah.
you die. Like that's the fucking kind of
Yeah,
Goldilocks
that's
conditions
why they
you
call it
live
a
in.
fever of 102.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
So the estimated
Or a fever of 103 if you're talking.
the
to foreigner.
estimated number of people living and dead ever is about 108 billion. So that means the
54.
estimate is like,
We'll get the calculator. I don't want to be wrong.
well, I mean, you want to take away 7 billion because there's still 7.1 billion people on this planet right now.
Who haven't quite succumbed
But
to a
if
malaria.
you think half of the people who've ever lived have died of malaria, then that's 50. That's like 50 billion.
But then, yeah, it's a fucking crazy number and a stat.
That's an insane number.
And like
Also,
I never
you know
talked
what?
to the scientist.
Hold
I
on,
heard that like third
this
hand.
is
But
my favorite part is when I hear a number like that, 108 billion people, including the 7.1 billion right now, who have ever lived
this-
and died. And I
At
hear
this point in time, that's the most there's ever been on this planet at one time.
for
no
sure.
fuckhead,
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ,
No, that's true.
108 billion at one time.
No. He's talking about the 7.1
The
billion.
7.1 billion
Being on the
right
planet
now.
right
Oh, right now, yeah.
It's the most we've ever-
See
Absolutely.
how
Okay.
upset he got?
That's capacity.
Over what?
Well,
Because I
the
thought you
thing.
meant the 108.
'Cause you weren't
I was
paying
like, that sounds so
attention.
No, it's
ridiculous.
the Godfrey thing.
Fuck the both of you.
Malaria looks pretty low on this fucking.
It's just like, holy
What
fuck,
are you looking up?
That's in 2002. That's just Wikipedia. though.
So-
heart disease.
What's killed the most people?
Myocardial infarction.
Okay, but
The malaria is
I
right
see
here.
a number like that.
Malaria, what are we looking at?
This is just all the people who died in 2002.
So
2002. It's a great year. General of Chachi started that year.
again, that means
Yeah.
this means 101 billion people have died, and I look at something like Jehovah's Witnesses who believe that only
They
a certain
kill a
number
lot.
of people are allowed in heaven.
Right.
And I'm like, you don't think heaven's already full?
You're
101
fucked,
billion
son.
people
Yeah.
died. That place is fucking full already. If there's a limit to
The
the number of
bouncer
people.
has you at the
Like-
back
I'm
of
already
the
here.
line.
I'm already.
I don't know why you're.
What are you gonna do? Send me home? I'm already here. First of
Time
all, you
kills
made
us
me, so this is
all.
your fuck up.
Yeah.
No, but to think that many people have died of an epidemic, and then it's like it's never gotten so out of hand that it killed everybody, but it's fucking constantly taken out the plague, AIDS, cancer. None of it can even stack up all-time numbers. You're talking about a Bill Russell of fucking diseases. 11 rings. You got Jordan. You got Magic. We'll give Magic. He'll be AIDS. Jordan will be cancer. That's 5 rings, 6 rings. Bill Russell's got like 11 rings. You're talking malaria as like a Celtics dynasty.
Nothing can even compare. What
Like,
about what about warfare?
We should probably stick to comedy. I mean, that seems to be what we know in this room right
Oh.
now.
That was fucking. That
Well,
was my
Mitch,
shot at
my
it.
Mitch Hedberg was pretty good.
And then I thought 3 guys were gonna get up and cry because you were talking about Magic Johnson having AIDS.
He's got
I want my
HIV.
fucking money back.
I think we came to the conclusion they got AIDS. They aren't crying because then
Super-
everyone knows they'll have
Super
AIDS.
sick venue though. The
That's the weird thing because when
Oh,
people,
right.
space.
Art space.
I really like it, man. I really like the art space. I think we should definitely the podcast should rent it out.
doing a Dress to
couple
Smash
times.
show,
Yeah,
just
man.
do a live
big time.
podcast
From
like they do now.
we could do
It's
a
a
live.
fucking real
you know,
thing.
you could almost do a live podcast in the back there, in the green.
We'll do
room.
an ice house.
Do like in yeah,
Let's do
that's
an
what I
ice
was gonna
house
say.
style thing. That'd be fucking awesome, dude.
But should we rent
From
the
Art
I
Space?
think we should probably rent the playroom.
But
for
we'd have
that,
to get
right?
everybody to do like 20 minutes.
Well, if we did the playhouse, would be better, right? Because the playhouse, the green room.
well, the
I'm
thing
guessing.
is, there's no door. It's just a curtain, I
Yeah.
think. So they,
Oh,
could-
okay.
the audience might be able to hear
the
us.
art space. If we
I
got
mean,
excited,
the audience would
they
be
could.
able to hear
the
the
audience
art
would
space.
hear you
It's
at the
not
art
like a
spaces. Or if you went to the
second room.
playhouse, if
Because
we
the
did,
playhouse,
like,
the back
But the playhouse-
backstage, or you could actually go downstairs.
that's what I mean.
The
Like,
Playhouse
where,
seats like 200 people though.
Yeah,
That's
and it's
what
like
we want.
$600
But-
bucks.
That's how you make money.
Yeah.
we just gotta time it out. We'll figure it out. Get
We'll
everyone.
just send
we need.
AMAC out. We'll reboot his Facebook account. We'll send him out hitting the streets, pounding the pavement.
I can only account. I
We'll
can
be
get
doing
us
2
100
shows.
It'll be his
150.
fifth
You guys gotta
reboot
deal.
on his Facebook account.
You guys got to deal with the 50 people that I can't get tickets to.
AMAC's
But
gonna have
I'll
to
get
fucking.
150 through.
He's gonna have to join the witness protection
Dude,
program.
the
and
number
start
of
something up
people,
again.
the number of people
He's gonna
that
change his
AMAC,
identity. Like he's done the like deactivate Facebook, change the phone
Yeah.
number.
I
It's
changed
just
my
gonna
phone
go to
number on
a
a
full
yearly basis.
covert new identity in like 2 years.
That's what Bryce did.
Where it's like my name's Pete Peckerwood, and I'm fucking.
Doing comedy with my Fitbit.
I live in Pemberton. I protest the music festival, and I grow fucking wheat.
Mad wheat.
it's so funny watching AMAC.
But what about doing
I'll
it
get
for a show?
150. You guys get the 50. You know how many people he brought to my show? -3. That's how many people this fucking cocksucker brought to my show.
You know
All
why?
right,
I
don't
didn't
need-
believe in your show, Chris. I disagreed with everything about your show. I said I would do it. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know I was doing it until the day before.
First of all, you know what? It ended up being a half decent show for everyone who fucking stayed. They all enjoyed it.
Anyone who could.
We had a
I-
lot of
I
fun
got-
after midnight too.
Yeah,
That was the best part.
yeah. We told
We
stories.
told
for like,
road stories.
for like
Like
an
the stories
hour
that
and
the
20
stories
minutes.
that I told you, like at
Right.
Alfredo's, like the Cliff Paul stories, and
Yeah, we did that for like an hour, 20 minutes. And like a few people left because they were like, yeah, it's after midnight, fucking going. But
This
most of
isn't
the
a
people
show.
just sat and watched and enjoyed the stories. I was going to end with the Marlowe story, but I was like, I think we're done.
That Snowden comedy tour's coming around pretty quick too, hey?
Friday
Friday?
or Saturday, whatever the 9th is.
Next weekend?
That's
Yeah.
Friday.
That sucks. I'll be busy.
Okay, so there it is to rent it.
Yeah.
What is
Really?
it? Art Space or Playhouse?
Playhouse.
$20 a
Playhouse.
ticket?
$5.15.
Plus, hold on. Plus, you got to pay the staff.
How do you,
Yeah,
how do
there's
you
like
get a
there's
discount
a
rate?
tech, isn't there, or
Yeah.
like a
Well,
ticket guy?
here's the head
Head
tack.
technician, $25 an hour.
32 an hour. After 8 hours. We're not doing that.
Fly
$25 an
operator.
hour.
And
What's
I,
some after
Fly
hours?
operator. We don't need extra stage hands. What the fuck's an usher?
Manasi,
Hey,
Luongo
I'm sorry, what?
rented the Playhouse.
You don't know what an
That's
usher
'cause he's
is?
the
I don't
Nigerian
need an
prince.
usher. They can find their own fucking seat.
Okay, I don't
If
know
they
why you
can't,
said,
if
what
they
the
can't
fuck's an
find a
usher?
fucking yeah, well, what the fuck?
Sit
is it?
anywhere.
know what it
There's,
is.
let me
there's
see you-
plenty. There's
let-
plenty of seats.
Let me see your ticket. Here, follow me. Like, fuck off. You can program your fucking VCR. You can find your own
connect,
fucking
disconnect.
seat.
What does that mean?
What is it?
Electrician remaining on site? What are we getting into here?
Well, I know a couple of electricians. So
Just call him and tell me what's going to cost. Thanks.
Yes. So
Yeah, see,
Let's start with the Playhouse or the Art Space.
yeah, Art Space is like
No,
a fraction of
Playhouse
Have
and
you
with
been
like
drinking?
podcast.
Art Space is a
We'll
fraction
find we'll
of
find a way to
cost.
close
Are you?
close off the back,
Have you been drinking beer?
so there's no.
How many?
Well, I had 4 before you came.
We'll
and
get a
I'm
few
on-
in you to
I'm on my
fucking
fifth.
make a bad decision here.
You want me to book it right now? Where's my visa?
First of all, Art Space is like you could fit in 100. We had 50 seats out.
There was still
That-
plenty of room.
There was still plenty of room.
Of
You
course.
could fit in 100
but
easily.
I really like the
think
idea what Stinger's
technically-
saying about like do like an ice house thing. Like we'll podcast from the back. We'll bring all our shit. We'll set a podcast up in the green room.
That'd
then
be a
we'll,
sweet night.
then we'll just have guys go out. If we do it like one, like who cares? We can do it. It'll might cost us $1,000 if we plan it for.
Say the whole show costs $1,000, and
Yeah.
then we'll try to claw that back.
So if we sell
200
20
tickets at
20
$5.
And you guys will each get a bottle of water.
Well, no,
And 20 minutes.
No, not $5. We'll make them like $20, or even if you made them $25 a ticket, right?
Yeah,
That's
but
not
then,
bad,
then
man.
you're
You don't need
you're
many
selling
people.
them the comedy show, not the actual podcast as well.
No, the podcast is just for us,
the
man.
coolest shit. Yeah,
Podcast
to be
is for
doing in the
us.
back.
We're selling them a comedy show.
And for everybody to go back and do 20 minutes, and then for us to document that.
And then if it goes good, then we could just make it like a yearly thing where once a year we have this fucking sick show at the Playhouse.
Dude, if it goes super good, we can do it all the time. If it makes money somehow. If we make fucking 6 cents.
If we come out in the green, I mean the black, not the red.
But it'd be super
You
tough.
want to be in the black.
Because the first time we would probably be suckering in a lot of people we know.
Yeah.
They'll be like, we don't want to
Yeah.
come back to do that again.
You think you can sell 50
Unless you got a new
tickets
20.
Oh, yeah.
at $20 a piece?
Yeah.
That's $1,000 right there.
Whew, done. We can do it.
How
50
many?
people in it.
We need 50 people.
300
I can get
50
us
people at $20?
That's what
Yeah,
he said.
I
He wants to
can-
make the tickets
Fucking
$20.
numbers don't lie.
I can get 50 people for sure.
Yeah.
You brought 34 to UNBC.
Yeah, that was fucking. I was
Yeah, that was
feeling
$5.
all right, Gaskin. You brought fucking.
We didn't take a
nobody.
bath.
Guess what? We made money on that show.
I got paid fucking $6.75.
No one walked out complaining about my cancer bit. People loved it.
Those were your friends.
Yeah.
Who don't have cancer.
yet.
It's coming.
Sing everyone's body.
Get ready. Yeah, everybody has cancerous cells.
All right.
What are we at? Half an hour?
Or half, yeah.
Keep going.
Hour and a half? Half an hour?
I'll take Gaskin on.
I got all
Celebrity.
Well, hang on. We'll see if Fucko's here. Is calling me.
He
Well,
wants,
there's Celebrity
he wants
Networks.
to buy a new
AMAC will have to be the
album
host.
anyways.
I've got
Because
22
AMAC
bucks on my iTunes account that I haven't even used yet.
AMAC doesn't
I
pay
think
Everything I,
that's-
everything I want just ends up
You're
showing
out.
up on YouTube.
I think I've got like 24 cents, but because I'm switching
It's because
over
you
to
lost your
Google.
wallet and you took a bath on the show.
Yeah.
How could you take a bath? 20 people,
Yep.
$30 a ticket.
Yep.
That's $600.
Okay.
Minus
The
3.
venue,
It's 200.
the venue is 200
But hold on. Plus I minus 3, so that's minus 100.
Minus 90.
That's 90.
Minus 90.
So
$510.
Okay.
200 for a
510.
venue.
Hold on. You want
I
me
bought
to
a
do the
4-pack
math?
just
This
in case.
I'm going to do the math
You
here.
want to do
Okay.
some Red Bull? I'll do Red Bull with you.
510. Are you guys
do you have
going
hard
to
out?
keep
Yeah.
talking about Red Bull
What were you
because
drinking?
this kill your fucking mic so we
yeah.
can talk about this instead of you yelling. Jesus Christ.
whatever you want, man.
Okay. $510. All right. So minus the 200, that's $310.
the venue.
The venue. Minus the
Let me
100.
just throw out a figure.
Hold on.
Say what it's
for the
attached
venue.
to.
Okay. $100 for the posters and the tickets to send them is $100. Okay, so we're at 210 plus the handbills and the candy canes.
Yeah.
That's
$6.
Really? We're talking turkey.
We attached them.
We lost a lot on the candy canes.
It's
That's $30.
a complimentary chocolate.
$30 right there.
Yeah.
Plus, I spent $150 for
On
the
a hooker.
booze. The
Blow.
Why did you spend it?
hold on, no, because I bought the champagne.
Okay.
So the champagne was $50.
6 bottles of baby duck.
The hold on. The
I'm going to let you guys figure this out. I'll be back.
the cups,
What are you going
The
to do?
ice.
Urinate or powder up?
the cups, the ice,
Both.
the tubs
My forehead hit.
So what did it
was
come to?
was altogether 150 plus I gave 50 to the bar.
The
For them
bag.
running that.
Okay.
So if you want to do the math, I lost about $200 on the show.
Which is tax free.
Yeah.
Because this is a business, folks.
And then also I lost my wallet. So
Well, I apologize. Couldn't do the show. I know you're dancing around it. but I understand you lost money because I wasn't there. I get it. I get it. It makes
We
a lot
lost
of
money
sense.
because Alex didn't invite his friends.
Well, maybe his friends said other things to me.
Yeah.
You might have run it by him.
I rang it by him fucking 3 months ago. God damn it.
I was in on this show until like 6 weeks. Once
I had
found
fun.
out, I couldn't do anything.
It
No, it was probably a blast for sure.
It was
How was that NCO's amateur night?
which one?
The last one.
29th.
Oh, the one with Gaskin?
Yep.
It was good.
Yeah.
Mike brought some friends. Mike McGuire brought some friends. Bryce was in town.
Mike's awesome, man.
Brought some
He's
friends.
fucking funny.
Is that you just giving nod? Not say yes?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's good. He's good.
He's all right.
I won't be able to
Yeah,
do
whatever.
I won't be able to do Vanderhoof this time around.
No,
Oh, I probably was. Well, I think he kind of asked everyone because he
he
said
kind of did. I think.
because he said we're gonna videotape it so Charlie Demirs can watch it, and the next day he'll critique it and he'll give us like advice, like a workshop.
That was one of my favorite shows I've ever done, actually.
Vanderhoof?
Yeah. Vanderhoof was good because the crowd was super
They're great, eh?
on board.
Yeah.
They were all there, and like the stage was nothing special. The venue was nothing too crazy. It's just like a gym type setting. But
Well, you haven't even done the Kinsman in Prince George, have you?
no.
No.
But the show we did in Vanderhoof, me and Alex opened up for Graham Clark.
Yeah.
And
Super funny, dude.
that guy was fucking super funny. But
Graham's great.
the crowd was fucking awesome. And we were there, like, I don't know, these people all looked a little bit old. They all looked a little bit like they were there to watch fucking somebody clean.
Well, they're
somebody who doesn't have to
they're-
fucking.
Well, that's I
You have to
remember when we
remember
first got
what kind
there,
of you have to
Stinger's
remember
like-
what kind of town that is.
Stinger's like, I'm about to-
It's a pulp mill, isn't it?
Last
Or
time I did a
Sawmill
show in
Town?
Vanderhoof, they had to
no,
do
they got
an
a
hour.
mine.
They
that
do got a
people work
sawmill,
out
yeah.
of, but they have sawmill. But either way, there was guys there that had a
bid
boatload of money.
construction.
Well, they were. You have to
For
remember, there's
sure.
not a whole lot to do in
Dude, they
Vanderhoof
had a pie
on
auction.
a Friday.
It was one of the funniest things because they had a pie auction
You didn't go on between it,
after
or
me, and Graham went on after a
the
pie
pie
auction.
That's
Wow.
what Graham came up to us.
It was
Hey, boys,
fucking
how's it feel
hilarious.
to open up for a pie auction?
And he went on and did like 5 minutes on a pies and shit. But he, the pies were going for like $500.
Yeah, man.
A plate of fudge went
it's
for
an
$600.
It's a Kinsman. It's a
Right, but the people in the room had fucking money, and they were all on board. They were all blue collar characters.
They're raising money for cancer.
No, it was for a pool, a local pool. Like it was
Oh,
just
right,
just a
right.
community
The-
getting
the-
together. Like
yeah.
it's great to.
That was a
To
joke.
get to
It
meet
was
all
a-
of them after.
It was a cancer
It's called a
fundraiser. I
callback.
went up there.
I
And
didn't know that.
no, they had that doctor's table. That was good.
Yeah, they like the cancer bit.
I went up there, fucking
Those fucks.
did my cancer bit, and the whole they'd made note like before that there was a table full of doctors,
Yeah.
and I did the cancer joke, and everyone kind of laughed and stopped. But then worked out great because it's like the cancer table is really upset right now. Or no, the doctor's table is really upset right now. Then everyone just
table.
started laughing. The cancer table.
Did you see all those people over there with cancer? Oh, they're doctors. Oh, sorry.
Well, this is a fucking wash.
So you're the fucks working on cancer, huh?
You see all
job.
those bald
Are you able to
people
make-
there? I thought they were bikers. I didn't realize.
Are you able to make Vanderhoof this time?
Are they
Yeah, when are you
300
going?
pounds or 30
I'm
pounds?
not going. Mike's going with Charlie Demirs.
When's that?
January 30th.
Yeah, are you going?
It's a
It's
Friday.
January 30th.
That's Jerry D.
Yeah, if you need
Oh,
someone, I'd
shit,
love to
yeah.
go, man.
I got
Big time.
tickets
Hey,
to Jerry D.
It's up to Mike.
Huh?
It's up to Mike McGuire. I'm not even going.
Okay, well then don't ask me if I'm going if it's not up to you.
No, but were you asked?
No, I haven't been asked to do anything, man.
Oh well. Send
It's
a
up to
message
New
to Mike
Year's show.
McGuire.
Yeah, for sure, man. There's apparently there's comedy like next weekend.
No, I definitely want to go see Jerry D.
Yeah,
People
slow it
are
in.
op- No, at Nancy's.
Oh, there
January
is
8th.
too. That's right.
There's some
Thur-
shit at
Thursday.
January 8th
I
and
know
9th.
that because Brian was fucking pitching it on my New Year's Eve show. Just
Yeah,
on stage.
so
Hey, there's another
who's-
comedy.
Who's opening?
Dude, fuckhead.
Who's opening there?
They haven't sent out
Okay,
invites
well,
yet.
Talk to Garrett for that.
we
I will
need
be-
to-
No, there's a Facebook group conversation.
I will
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
Thanks,
they
man.
they send out. They say who's available,
Which you can
for
get in
what
on,
night.
John Doe.
be. See,
Oh,
it's
I
funny
think I'm
because
gonna make one
regardless, I will
called Gary Tucker.
Just be like Gordon Bombay or something.
Yeah.
Chris. What top?
No, use like a porn name.
Those weren't porn names.
Alex Steve.
What is your porn name?
What is it?
By
Your
that
house you
stupid- yeah,
drove,
by that
your
stupid
street
thing.
you grew up on.
Name
and-
your first pet and then the street you grew up on.
Phew, it would be.
I
fucking,
think- I
like
think
Bruin
his-
Dalhousie.
Kitty
Ruined
Pearson.
I'll take it.
That sucks.
Lucky Pearson.
Bruin
Pearson.
Dalhousie.
Lucky Pearson.
Oh, come on. We all know it would be Richard Shallow. That's what his would be.
Hey, come on, give me a break.
Mine's Max Kelly. It's not bad. It's pretty fucking.
Max Kelly.
Max Kelly
Almost
sounds
did a
like
fucking spit take. That's a great name.
sounds like a guy who
That's
could
a
sling
great
some
name.
dick, right?
Yeah.
Then you cut to me fucking stuffing it.
Mine's Buddy Strathcona. It sounds like I.
You grew up in Strathcona.
Can't have a lot of
You're
syllables.
Prince George.
A lot of syllables on the
sounds like
back
I'm
end.
doing a lot of cocaine between every shoot. You know what I mean? Just
Strathcona.
Buddy Strathcona.
Old buddy Strathcona.
Good call.
Digging her out. I'm starting to get blown
It
away
is.
by
It is
girls.
a great porn name though.
There's girls in porn that are so fucking hot. It's boggling me now because it used to be like, okay, a girl does porn, like you got to talk her down, like she's not classy, she's not this, and some of these girls are so fucking sexy.
Yeah.
Name
You're like,
names.
what? There's this girl named August Ames. Pull up just a picture of her, and you're like, this girl's as hot as any girl there is, and she goes out and does all these crazy videos, all this crazy shit, and you're like, what chance
saw
does
the
any
August
other
one.
girl have? If the girl's as hot as they come and willing
And
to do
just
anything a
doing-
man desires. Like that one on the right there. Holy smokes. And then you're like, it's like when Jennifer Lawrence's nude photos came out, like somebody hacked her phone or whatever and
Yeah.
got like the celebrity nude photos. So she's not hot. Like she's hot, she's got a great face, she's a cool actor and all that whole deal. Actress. But it's like a bunch of a nation of guys' dicks just went, so what? Like this chick's like, that's not a story. This girl being naked is not a story. Naked pictures do nothing for a guy anymore. Next to nothing, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You have to watch some wild, crazy shit. And when a girl this hot is willing to go all the way down the line on anything you could imagine, it's like, what does she actually rank into? Like girls all the time, like girls, like because nobody ever wants to have sex with a girl who's had sex with a bunch of guys.
Right.
It's the only detractor though. In this instance,
Right. Is that they're a whore?
is there a total whore?
I like
and it's
whores
like,
though, man. That's my thing. Love them. Really, my go-to.
That's like a 98% approval rate though. Is whores with men. Everyone's like, oh, you might talk shit about her in front of your girlfriend or something like that. But you're like, no, I believe in what she's doing.
She's doing God's work. That's what she's doing.
But even like Doug Benson had this girl named Bonnie Rotten, and that's just her
Oh,
porn
Bonnie
name.
Rotten. Oh, love
Yeah,
her.
see, yeah.
Love her. She's tatted right up,
Dude,
right?
she was
Dude,
on.
Bonnie Rotten is one of my favorites.
She was
Like,
on
she's
He didn't
got-
Getting
even look
Doug with
down
High.
at the keyboard. That's how many times he's typed in that name.
Dude,
she's super
she is
sexy.
just a dirty whore, and I love it. With spider webs on her titties, just fully tatted up. She's got tons of gangbangs out there. Mom, please stop listening.
She goes hard. But she was
goes
on Getting
hard.
Doug with High, and she was talking. and you're like,
You're gonna get yourself kicked off of Ustream with that up there. Stupid.
you
No,
start
they
to
can't say it.
realize that's not actually playing. It's just
They just see this.
we only
right?
see that. But
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's all they say right
right. Yeah, we're good. Right on.
Yeah, we can look at all
Bring
the
up more
naked
pictures.
tits.
Bring up more pictures. And
She's-
exit
she
the
sort of
room
tells
for
a story
about
about her
5 minutes,
childhood.
please.
and you understand that there's girls out there that are born with the genetics to look super sexy, and there's some horrible dad or some horrible parenting going on, and they go down this left road where they
It's always the
Which-
dad.
which
they're
ironic-
so goddamn
ironically-
damaged.
Ironically, is the right road. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
But,
But why does it seem there are so many of them now?
Well, because there's money to be made.
Well, I think no.
Is there
The
though?
internet.
More than ever.
Yeah, you can't.
I would
You
say
can't
more than
make
ever.
money from porn on the internet now.
Absolutely, you can. People still do, but it's not as many as.
When's the
there
last
used to
time you
be.
paid for porn?
Never. But why is there still porn stars? Because they get paid.
The money's come from somewhere.
That's what
Suckers.
we talked
They're
about.
not
this a
$50
lot on the
headliners.
podcast, 'cause
Yeah.
You don't know.
they're putting in work. But there's not as many as there used to be. And porn is as ubiquitous as ever. but there's only like 2 companies that really push that thing forward.
Vivid. Yeah, but Vivid's doing. Aren't they doing more celebrity shit, right? Vivid. Or,
Okay, so what was Bonnie Rotten's story? She was just
Well, she was like she just talks about being like 13 years old and doing like huffing keyboard duster.
okay.
Like she
Oh,
was
what
just
the
this
fuck?
super rebel
Yeah.
and like got way off track way early,
Yeah.
and then she doesn't really talk about anything deeper than that.
Right.
But even Doug Benson talks about like, do you think you're stupid because like he doesn't word it quite that way, but it's like she recognizes that she's a little airheaded,
Yeah.
and everyone around her talks about that, but she's totally comfortable with everybody talking about her getting dick stuff shoved down her throat, and how she's a little stupid. Like she totally accepts everything that she is.
Right.
And once someone does that, they have the ultimate defense.
what does she say? Talk about the cocks that I suck, but if you talk about my intelligence,
Right. Well, yeah, it's kind of hard to not do one without the other. But if someone totally accepts who they are and what they're doing, you really have no power over them. Unless they're hurting somebody, which they're not. The pornography industry is very frowned upon in most walks of society, yet it's frequented by most walks of society. And there's money to be made, and these people like Bonnie Rotten can live a good life. And she's just honest with who she is and what she's done and what she
just
does.
got to take a lot of dick. That's all.
Which she probably likes to
Which-
do. Like she probably
Who
doesn't.
doesn't like to fuck? I don't understand.
Gaskin loves to take dick, like all the fucking time. It's like
I
there's
told you
nothing
that
wrong
in
with
confidence
that. There's
on the truck
nothing
ride up here
wrong with that.
before we picked up Brian. All right, we can't.
There's a video on YouTube that I've got in my queue to like watch later. It's how Sasha Grey became a porn star.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know her story. But apparently, she's very intelligent.
Very intelligent.
Yes.
Or super intelligent
went-
for someone from her walk of life. Like, you know how the smartest kid in dummy class? You're like, oh, maybe he can get into real class. What a good guy. Like, it's kind of what you're dealing with. You're like, you don't expect someone so hot and so promiscuous, which is your 2 out of 3 checklist, to also be someone who can engage you in conversation.
Hold on, what's the third checklist?
Someone who can
Oh,
engage you in
sorry.
conversation.
Follow along.
But she
Money.
has. We talked about it last time, and there it is, right there, like bottom right, 2 over. The one on the right looks
Licking
little
this one?
questionable. No,
This one here?
no.
Feminist.
Not that
Oh
one.
my
But she
God.
does a lot of that gross stuff, man.
I would love it. Look
Like,
at her,
she
just
was-
a whore.
I know, but
That's
she was
my
like
girl.
drinking.
That's my girl.
She was drinking milk out of some chick's asshole, and you're like, ah. But that one right there that you're on, those are the fuck you eyes I was talking about, or fuck me eyes. It's like she has this look about her face when she's done up, where it's like, yeah, see, that's the different one. That's like, you already fucked me eyes.
You already
You
fucked me.
already.
Like
But
the
beforehand,
this, what's now top row right hand side.
I feel like this is getting carried away. This one,
No. Go down a little bit.
Grey's Anatomy,
rainbow?
if you know what I mean.
No, it's below the rainbow. Below the one where she's looking back at you, like
yeah.
that look
yeah.
right there.
And it's natural. It's totally natural.
The
Yeah.
reason I think that one is the one is because she's looking back. It's like if you walk past a super hot chick on the street.
Okay, but what about
Look at the one right above it in the
right
middle.
above it,
Yeah, but
the
say,
middle,
but this
or-
one
or
here,
the
like
one-
say you
the
walk
one
past,
with the dress shirt kind of too.
say you walk past a super hot chick on the street. That's the look you're looking to get back. You walk past and you look over your
Well, she's
shoulder.
doing it because she's clearly on a red carpet or something
Yes.
like that.
Oh, yeah,
but
but
the one right
that-
above
that's
it,
why that look
anything-
is so seductive. Is because you just walk past a super hot chick, and you look back to take a second look, and if you see her look back like that, you're like, yeah, she wants it.
What the fuck do you do then?
Maybe.
You just spin around.
But you're not
hey,
walking by
sweetheart,
her.
how's it going?
You're
How's it
staring
what
at
you
her.
do is you
You're
take-
asking
That's-
the right guy.
That's her standing there, and then her looking back at you because you've been staring at her for a minute and a half. And then she turns her head and realizes you're making eye contact. And she's like, oh, you fucking wish.
no, she's a stinger. That's where you're way off.
But
Stinger's
look
been
at
out
all
of the
these. They're
game
not
way too
all her
long,
looking from
son.
behind. She
I know, but
just
that's why
has
that
those
one.
eyes.
That I'm explaining to you what that look means. I was trying to help the regular viewer
Well,
as to
explain
what
that one then.
look means. This one here.
Yeah.
This look here is just
It's blue steel. I shouldn't even be talking about it.
what we have here is we have a beautiful woman. She's got her red high heels on. Right away, she's wearing black underwear. She's wearing a black top with red high heels. She is trying to accent her feet. But what she's doing with her feet, if you notice, they're positioned right above her ass. So what the shoes are doing is they're accenting her ass. And she is going to try to convince you that there's no...
Accentuating.
Thank you.
Dude, you know what makes a whore? Like the first checklist where you're like, this girl's gonna give it
A
up.
first ballot Hall of Famer whore.
Those smoked out eyes. You see the makeup she has? Girls who do that, they're like, it's really black and smoky
It
around
could
her
be
eyes.
the eyebrows.
It's a sure shot. You might as well have like a lower back tattoo. It's that style.
Nah, that's not true.
It is true.
Nah.
Absolutely. No girl
In his
smokes out her eyes
experience.
like that
Yeah.
who's not looking to get out and get some. And if she's already getting some, she's getting a lot.
Jesus Christ. Could you move that chair louder? Fuck.
What? Yes.
Why am I here?
But this girl, super hot. Like, what do you give her on 10?
Depends which picture I'm looking at, but if you're looking at this one, that's a 10 because she looks like a whore.
Right.
You look at something like
But in
this,
terms of
I'd give
just
her like
looks,
a
I don't even know if
6.
that's...
Depends. The whorier, the better, right?
No, but just straight looks. Like a medium picture. Like, that's probably the worst lighting and action shot you can get.
Okay, well, let's go with.
I'd give her like a 24.
But just her showing up there. She's just done up.
That's the Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah.
She's probably like a 5.
That's the Patrice O'Neal.
No, I give
No.
her like a 24
I think-
on
No,
the
dude, she's a
Patrice.
9 walking around doing things that will blow your goddamn mind, which puts her to an 11.
No.
Well, it
I'm-
depends.
she-
If you know she's a whore, she
Right.
moves up an automatic 5 points. Auto.
Not 5. But it'll push a hot girl over that echelon to 11. Where if you're within an 8 to a 10 and you're willing to just go down any road there is, you get there. But these girls in porn, there's so many of them that are this relatively good looking that would change your life, that would give you a story you'd never forget. You'd forget about the birth of your child before you forgot about your night with this girl.
Have you ever heard my groupie story? Oh, you've heard it, right? At Alfredo's. That's one of those things. That's how hot she was.
Yeah, but
Where you just can't forget.
that porn
There are like images burned in my brain from that night.
Yeah.
I use them quite often.
that porn hotness, when you say it's relative to what though?
What do you mean?
Relative to what?
Oh, relative hotness where it's
Because if
like
you say,
know
if you
this
say they're all
girl
the
when she
same-
wakes up,
but-
she's pretty weathered.
But hold on, but if you're saying
Challenge.
Sasha Grey. Challenge accepted.
if you're saying they're all of the same relative hotness, relative to what? Because then you're taking out relativity if you're talking about them all of the same hotness.
No, the girls that are at the upper echelon of hotness in porn,
Yeah.
and then they're relatively hot in terms of that this girl's seen mileage. If you saw her when she got up in the morning, it wouldn't be the same thing. So it's relative to
Yeah,
what
but
they can do.
That's every woman.
No. It's relative to what they
That's
can do
every
done
woman.
up
That's every woman.
at their peak. Yeah.
Every woman.
Yeah. But there's girls
So
that you
again,
can
what are you
do
talking-
up. There's girls you can do up with any kind of paint and fucking makeup you want. They're not going to get there. They just never get there. Makeup does nothing.
They also don't have like makeup artists with them.
No, but they
Yeah,
can't make it work. You can put as much blush as you want on those cheeks.
You ever see those?
You're not
you ever
Sasha
see those
Grey.
girls
Do
that are, like,
Sasha
putting
Grey
on
no makeup.
so much blush?
That's pretty much the one where she's just at the end of getting like a 12 guy throat fuck.
I think I've seen that video.
Yeah, but
Which
we want
one?
like a
That's like
selfie
fucking.
one.
That's like after lunch. She does that every fucking week.
That is her lunch. What are we talking about?
I didn't bring anything. Can I just swallow it all?
There's gonna be like a
I
selfie
didn't bring my lunch pail.
of it. I don't know why you're.
See that
just
girl on the
scrolling down
right?
all of a sudden.
Could never get there. The girl on the right never, ever, no matter what, gets to be Sasha Grey.
Not that
No, not
girl.
that girl.
Stupid. The
Down
fucking
3.
blonde. Again, not that. Yeah, that.
What'd you do that for? Isn't it the worst?
What did you do that? Don't call her
You're not
out.
supposed to talk.
This girl's still. Is that
What
her?
the
Because
fuck
that
is
doesn't look very good.
I don't know. So but a lot of girls do kind of have that look.
Have you ever
to them.
but
seen
that
Going
Sasha Grey
Deep
look.
with Kasim G?
Hold on, that doesn't. That's still like she doesn't look bad without makeup. But what I'm saying is like every girl,
Eh.
and it's not like every girl needs makeup. You know what I mean? But it's that whole.
Well, sometimes it just doesn't
You're
do
saying
anything.
done up. Yeah, but that's because most of them don't know that it is there to accentuate, not to fucking cake on. Like when you see a girl with too much makeup, it's worse than a girl with no makeup by a long shot.
Yeah,
by a
but
fucking mile.
They're relative to like these girls only fall in your books because they've taken thousands of dicks. But relatively compared to every other girl, just based on looks, you're like, this girl's fucking hot. But
Yeah.
if you know she's fucked every single person you know, you're like, I'm probably not gonna go down that road, even if she tries to do something, until you've drank enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Gaskin.
Caskin blow aim.
Fuck's sake.
He was saying.
this
Oh,
is
wait,
my
wait, what? Oh.
wrong way, Gaskin.
But it blows me away. If those girls can be that hot and be willing to do anything, how does anybody else compete? Do you think
They have to do the same things that the girls are doing. The,
think
the
there's a
porn
super-
girls are doing.
Right, but do you think there's a super hot girl out there that is like porn nasty but doesn't do porn? She's like an actress or a singer, but when she gets into bed, she'll just break your dick off.
I wouldn't
Kathy
doubt
Bates.
it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Kathy Bates, Judi Dench. B. Arthur was wild.
Lois Griffin.
Oh,
It's because guys have seen
You
these
ever
videos
seen-
and
some
they
fucking
expect
chick
it.
from
Mm-hmm.
They expect it from these girls.
Well, no, you just have it burned in your head because you're like, well, I've seen her do this, so try to top that shit.
who's the
Like,
lady
you're a
from-
sweetheart, but Sasha Grey will literally suck my jizz out of my asshole. So good luck.
Who's the lady from Hot in Cleveland?
Betty White.
Betty White.
Yeah, Betty. That's the type. Like she's a fucking whore. Clearly.
You think so? Yeah,
Oh,
back in the day,
absolutely.
but back when a blowjob meant that, like, holy shit, this chick's down to get down.
That's the one you want, eh?
That. I didn't say that was the one
Yeah.
I want, but you were.
Oh, back in the day. Look at her way back in the day. She was like a.
Oh yeah, good luck trying to find a young.
I guess
photo
when
of her.
when did she get famous? She
my
might have
God.
just only got famous as like a middle-aged woman.
Yeah, still not doing it.
Try
I
to find
think-
any girl that girl actually there is kind of hot to the left there.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like old school girls.
For sure. They
Never
don't-
seemed
they're
to
not
get.
as
They never
hot.
got dead sexy where it was like, oh my
No,
god.
like even
But-
like the Marilyn Monroe was like as close to like letting go.
yeah,
it
and there's a
seems.
whore for you. I used to have a crush on Marilyn Monroe when I was a kid. I was like, oh, she's beautiful and she's old, and I just thought it would be my thing.
Yeah.
You find out who she was, like, oh, she was just a whore. It's like, oh, she was hot, but she was a gigantic, titanic whore
But that
who
makes
fucking
her
died on
hotter.
her, choking on her own vomit.
What the fuck is wrong with that though?
Not much, except
Not-
for the fact
See,
that
but-
you don't covet it because it's been fucking shot in by so many other males. On a biological level.
She was fucking the president though.
Right, amongst other people, amongst all the sports
Yeah.
stars. It's like Kim Kardashian. It's like, she's a whore.
So
She's taking a lot of like athlete dick plus musician dick plus whoever dick to get famous.
guess what? A lot of those guys have tiny dicks.
And you would fuck her. You would. If she came
Absolutely.
around, you'd be like, yeah, let's do this because she's sexy. But she's a mutant. Like that ass of hers, she looks like an end table. Like it looks like her vertebrae have been altered. She has ass implants.
Kim
Like, it's-
Kardashian's never done it for me. I will come on the record right now and say I've never thought.
Pull up
any
pictures
the
of her right
Kardashians
now.
are-
Her face is legit, but you know she's done up. You know she's completely
magazine cover.
professionally done up.
I didn't. Oh,
Like I
don't-
know more porn stars than actresses. Like mainstream
Kardashian's not a
actresses.
fucking actress.
I know. I'm just saying. Why? Is he getting so aggressive?
It's a shtick.
That's
Who,
Gaskin. He's small, man. You got to learn this. These small guys. Are. No, she's never done it for me. I don't really.
Has
know.
J Lo ever done it for you?
She did when she came out. First
is
came
J
out.
Lo the one in the video that has the green laser shooting everywhere?
Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Because I
What
loved
song
that
was
when I was
that?
a kid. It had green lasers, and I was like, "Oh my god, I want to."
Something
fuck
about
that girl.
the night or
Here in
tonight.
my arms, waiting for tonight.
That's
Is that
it.
her?
That's it.
Yeah, that's her.
Waiting for tonight.
No, she was
Whoa.
legit early on too. Like Jenny from the Block, she was sexy.
This is. Hang on, I'll tell you if this is a video. I remember when I was like 12.
Oh yeah, you see him in the
There's green lasers right there. Play it.
lasers.
Show me the fuck.
Oh.
I will. No.
Now
Have you seen a
Oh.
Febreze
Hold on,
intervention?
That's a Febreze.
This is a
That
Febreze
chick
intervention.
is a freak right there.
She's got nose.
These guys are
blind.
like, oh, okay, this cat.
She's
She's,
got
She's-
nose blind.
she's
got-
spraying Febreze right up her snatch.
She's got all these cats.
Oh,
She's a freak.
double trouble.
She looks like she's been shopped. Like somebody
Jesus,
had a
she's
picture of Beyonce and then like pulled the hips out. And it's like boing.
I like Beyonce when she was in that group.
I hate fat chicks.
Destiny's
I'll
Child.
tell you right now.
The
there's
She was, like,
no
super
love
skinny.
for a fat chick.
What's that song? It's not Say My Name.
All right.
Where-
I think it's Say My Name.
You're using the.
Why is it frozen?
And now we're gonna get pulled off
This
of
is
YouTube.
fucking hilarious.
I-
you can't play
Good
that.
luck
that
pulling
you
us
can.
off
Yeah.
anything. If they have an
Yeah.
intern hired to check our shit, I'd be flattered.
They check everything.
Mm-hmm.
They got an algorithm to actually hear that shit.
Algorize this.
Waiting for Tonight. Is that what it's called?
I don't
Dude,
think
this
you
is
get
way
pulled.
too much advertisement.
That's what it says on the fucking.
to be
I
waiting
see
for
it.
See
an
the
old J-Lo
screen.
song.
Just
You're
wait,
old and
it's
blind.
coming. It's gonna
But she's
be
very
great.
similar to Kim Kardashian. In looks, I guess.
What? No. Eh.
Can you even see through those?
Again, the fucking volume's
Styes,
stupid.
Godfrey?
You're gonna get.
No, who gives a fuck? We're not
Oh
gonna.
my god. You
Whoa! Chris Gaskin is here in my arms.
There's those
Waiting
green
for
lasers.
tonight. The lasers, those are what do it.
Okay, tell me this.
I loved her when I was like 12.
I'm in Costco today.
I'm listening.
I go in, we do our groceries, walk out, and when you walk out, you get this blast of warm air,
Right.
and then you walk out into the cold.
Yeah.
And as soon as that happens, I'm wondering the psychological effect that it's supposed to have on people. I'm thinking about it
Why do you get the blast of hot air?
because it makes you feel warm before you walk out.
Where
into
does
the
it come
cold.
from?
A heater up top.
Okay.
Right as you
That
walk
is
out the other door.
not to do with psychological. But
I know, but I'm just thinking about it.
Okay.
And then I'm walking out, my girl goes, God, it's so cold out here. And I just start wondering, does that have any effect on bringing someone back because you now view Costco as a nice, warm, wholesome place?
No.
Never? Not at all?
I understand what you're saying.
It's like, here, take this with you.
What do they do it for?
You're
If they don't do it for that, for what?
you're a stoner and you
Hey
think
Mac,
too deep.
you
That's
got.
what you,
Hey
and
Mac,
you guys do.
you gotta stop talking right now. Okay.
Why do they do
Because
it?
He's bringing up psychological things. You think you have the brain capacity to even understand?
Gaskin, have you
The
ever even
fuck that
graduated
means?
high school?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm a fucking power engineer.
Yeah,
Are
he
you
will.
anything? No,
2016.
you fucking tell shitty jokes and try to make money. So watch your mouth.
Shitty jokes.
You
I
don't
didn't. I
fucking
didn't
do
walk
anything.
anyone last show.
Because
retard,
you don't
all right?
know what you're doing, all right?
No, that's because I do know what I'm
You know
doing.
what? Guess what I just came from? School at BCIT. Another one. You know what? I'm going for my second goddamn Red Seal trade because I've gone to school. So shut your mouth. Anyway, what it's for is the reason they blow it. It's to keep the heat in.
The heat in.
Yes, it's like creating a Venturi.
What?
It's called a Venturi. Do you know what a Venturi is?
Why
No,
would
well,
I
I'll
say
tell you about
what?
it when you get older, you fuckos. So what if...
You plucked his strings. Now he's on the defense.
Yes. No, it's because the hot is going to be attracted to cold. So if you blow hot air down, the cold is going to pull to it, and the hot air is going to keep... It's like creating a...
So they only do it because it
Vacuum?
doesn't get cold
yes,
inside.
it's so the cold air doesn't come into the building.
So it doesn't get cold inside.
Yeah.
It's like creating a blank... Like,
And that's
A
it.
shield, almost.
yes, a shield for the cold air to come in without actually putting up a door.
Because
If-
the doors are open so frequently, right?
Right, a door would just
because
be
they're
annoying.
constantly open.
A door would be annoying.
Now, if I may, please pull my foot out of my mouth.
All right, Mr. Gaskin.
Uh,
I went overboard there, but I like doing that. So keep going.
no, that was a
He's
great.
been to school, Gaskin. All right? He does trades.
Yeah, it's
Which
trades.
is
stuff.
trades.
It's
Trades is for fucking dumb people to make them feel smart. Is what
Trades
I've
is
always
for
agreed
steel toe
with.
boots, and it's for elbow grease.
Hey, you make good money though. Like I'm not.
You want to know how to make a DC power supply? I'll show you a Zener diode with a fucking...
Trade school. We're going to narrow your dreams down to
Yeah.
8 occupations.
who was that?
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trade school where your fucking dreams get narrowed down. Love it.
You know
Okay,
what?
so
though?
what were you saying,
I-
Gaskin? You were
I,
going
I
on.
do guarantee though that there is a psychological effect. It's probably not something that's intended,
Right.
but there's definitely a
That's
psychological
way too
effect
much
that happens.
weed. You weed
I
smokers
mean-
think that shit.
Well, it
I
must
don't
do
even
something.
smoke weed.
Because it made me really like Costco. But I just like
It's
Costco.
not the free
period.
sample?
But that's because
But-
you're a stoner.
free
That's why like,
samples.
oh, this works out fucking great.
What does that mean? I feel more?
No, just stoners overthink way too many things.
What does it mean to overthink something?
that you think
Think
that there's
about them
something.
too
When you
much.
ask somebody a question about
you
overthinking
think
something,
there's
is that
something
overthinking?
bigger than the meaning there is.
But it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You know the root meaning.
I guess it
Yeah.
does.
But a
exist,
tertiary
it's like-
meaning doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
right. So the primary. Well, why we're going to tertiary? Because what'd you do? You skip the secondary or what? You want to get smart?
Well, just anything on the
Because
outside.
there's primary is the first, secondary, and then tertiary is the third.
Right. So any tertiary outside,
okay.
effects,
So what's
anything
the
that
secondary
exists.
feeling?
not in this instance, but in any instance where there's
Right.
more than other things, just the one thing
Right,
that
I'm just
happens.
saying.
If you just base yourself on the one thing that happens, if there's other things that are happening, doesn't mean they don't exist.
Right.
But it doesn't mean it's the reason they're doing
But
it.
they're not intended at all.
But there's also
Tertiary
gonna
reasons
be,
aren't intended.
Well, it's because it's meant to keep you warm, dum dums.
No, absolutely. And
Right.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying even though there's no intent, it'll happen because everything that happens around you is going to have some sort of at least minimal
You
psychological
can give it
effect.
relevance as well.
So it's like
Relevance and meaning.
you have to understand your brain is processing
Comprehending.
thousands of inputs at a time, but you can only focus on like 5 to 10. That's why you'll leave the mall and then you'll be fucking humming some song walking out like waiting for tonight, and you're like, why the fuck is that stuck in my head?
No,
'Cause
I
it was
agree. I
playing
think-
very quietly and you couldn't focus
I
on
think
that.
advertising is crazy. I think it is nuts how they say like, oh, like you.
What did I say about advertising?
Well, that's what you're pretty much talking about right now about
No.
the fucking mall.
No, you're talking about a marketing campaign, Gaskin. And in
No,
any
I'm not.
instance,
Which
yeah,
is
it is.
what
If
advertising
they play
is.
soft music, if they show you bright colors, if they make something
That's
stick
why
in your head, if they have a
advertising-
slogan, that's all a marketing campaign.
They know that advertising.
If you
like,
make
we
songs that are made to be played in elevators and grocery stores, you'll do well. It's a marketing campaign.
you put the color green in there, it's gonna make people feel
Because
happy.
something catchy doesn't mean it's good music. The fucking Macarena was catchy.
I know that.
Right. But they play these things because you go home singing it. And it's like they made the song because, yeah, their primary intent was to make a song, and they're a musician and they're an artist and want to express
But
themselves.
it's not always catchy music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like
It's like a Subway commercial. Can you make any sense of a Subway commercial with the monkey jumping around with the yellow and the green? Nobody can. But it
No.
sticks in your fucking head because they flash those colors at you. They do all these weird things. It's like you're watching a dream because none of it makes sense. And you
Okay,
sit there going, what the
No,
fuck
no,
was
no.
that?
No,
and you
but
just
the
realize green and
difference-
yellow in the Subway and the long Y.
But the difference between what I'm talking about and that, I'm not talking about a marketing thing. I'm talking about a subconscious input that you aren't taking and turning into a conscious input because you can only focus on like 5 things. So you can only focus on, okay, I'm walking over here, got to watch out for that guy in the red vest. I got to get to this location. Like you can actually process it in your head. There's a vast difference between that and marketing. It's just they have music on in the background. You aren't focused on it.
But why do they have music on in the background?
Because it's awkward without it.
Yeah.
Right.
You do notice that even going.
But is it to promote the song at all? Does it have anything to do with the song?
No.
So they have music there because, as a shopper, if you're focused a little bit on that music, you don't offer so much on. Did we freeze?
No, we're doing.
Well, no, you don't.
What are you guys? Oh, what are you guys
Yeah.
passing notes?
No.
Yeah.
I'm on.
Mr. McKenzie, come up to the head of the class, please.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Do you want
What
to
does
play
this
Celebrity
say?
Network?
Mrs.
so-
Johnson looks fat today.
Your chance to
Oh.
win the iTunes gift card?
Oh boy.
So
15. Okay, we will give you a chance right now. You're going live on the air.
You gotta sell somebody.
No, this guy, you just
the-
phoned in.
that was so great. 50.
Mike,
you
you're
had to
live
sell-
on the air.
One
Everything
Well, he has
five.
to go
was
against me
recorded.
then.
1-5.
Okay, can
Let's
you
go
hear
against
this?
me because we gotta have a chance to win this card back.
Okay, Mike, can you hear me?
Here's my favorite part.
Yes, barely.
Can everyone hear Mike?
Yes.
Yes.
Hang on. Oh my God. Okay, Mike, what we're about to do is we're going to challenge you to a game of Celebrity Net Worth. Since you're the lucky caller, you're going to take on
Your caller number 1.
my co-host, Michael Stang.
Because AMAC has to host because he doesn't pay attention to famous people, except
And,
for the ones he grooms himself to look like.
who's that?
Mankind.
Bill Sarian.
Who is Bill who? This guy's look, he's looking for a high
Right up
five.
top.
Who's
Gaskin.
that guy?
Right up top.
Oh God, you touched that piece of
See
shit.
those kids?
All right,
doing high
Angler, are you
fives.
ready?
Kids doing playground high fives.
Okay, hang on. Which one? Talk again, Mike.
You got to kill the.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, dude, my mic's super loud right now. So hang on, let's do it with Brian's. Brian, you
What's
hold this to your mic, and I'm gonna crank your mic because you're gonna be quiet. Because that's not your thing. Hold it like right to it. Okay, Mike, say something.
He can't hear you.
Mike, can you say something?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, ready? Who do I pick?
Gaskin knows celebrities. Pick your celebrity.
Jennifer Lopez.
No, yeah, I want to know J-Lo.
JLo's not with. Who's
Dude,
up first?
I'll hold it, fuck it.
Who's up first? Does he guess first as a challenger?
Okay, Mike, what we got is we're doing Jennifer Lopez. What do you think Jennifer Lopez is worth?
Oh, J-Lo's doing it.
200 million.
200 million.
Nah.
I'd say like 60 mil.
60 mil for J-Lo.
$45 million. Jennifer Lopez.
All right, here we go.
Hold on,
my God.
how many are we playing to?
300 million.
Wow.
J-Lo is
What'd I
worth
tell you?
300 million. So that means
What?
that Mike Engler is up one
She's
to
an actress.
nothing.
Recent breakup with her dancer.
She's a
and
singer.
One to nothing now.
Holy smokes, I
Or
know
what,
she does
wait,
movies
We
and
go
music,
Celebrity
but-
Net Worth. That's what we did, right?
Is that who calls it?
Sorry, what's that, Mike?
Yeah, 300 million.
Holy smokes, man. She's old. She's 55 or 45, sorry.
All right.
She looks great for
next
45.
celebrity.
I don't know. I haven't seen her.
Let's
lately.
go.
She never
Let's
comes
go with the
over.
guy you just mentioned, Dan Bilzerian.
Dan Bilzerian? No, yeah. I guess
Yeah.
that counts. He's a fucking celebrity.
No, not his girlfriend.
His
I don't want his girlfriend.
Don't,
That
don't
chick
click
doesn't
on his
exist.
name. Also, don't click on his name or else it'll pull up the
Gaskin.
amount.
Shh, enough.
Dan Bilzerian's fucking
Why is it
girlfriend's
just his
net worth
girlfriend?
is the same as fucking Bugs Bunny.
Okay, Mike, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna get Dan Bilzerian. What do you think he's worth?
We're playing first to 3.
Yeah, first to 3.
Okay.
200 million.
100 million.
100 million, and we just go. The rules here: whoever's closer. It doesn't have to be an over thing.
There's no overshot. There's no prices right.
So here we go. Dan Bilzerian is worth.
There are no articles.
That helped.
There you go.
One. Bilzerian is worth
All
a
right.
cool 150 million, folks.
We have a straight tie.
That's a dead draw. You guys are drawing dead. Okay, Mangler, you ready for another one? Mike,
Yep.
Look alive.
you gotta be focused. You're on the air right now, fuckbo.
I'm him.
You what? He sounds drunk.
Guess what, Mike? You don't win the fucking gift card.
Mike, you're gonna lose the gift card if you don't smarten up. We're gonna go with Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
What do you think Bill Nye's worth, Mike?
Is he getting
I'm not
residuals?
hearing him.
I think he's getting residuals.
I'm not hearing him through this, so.
No.
I am. Oh, I'm not.
I don't know. Like 6 million? Maybe $1 million? I don't know.
Can you hear
Hold on, give me a minute here.
Put it over the mic.
No, he's fucking Googling this
Yeah,
shit.
Mike,
Give me a
hey.
minute.
Okay. 6 million. That's your guess.
Motherfucker.
What are you going with?
8 million.
Cheating.
8 million. We got 6. You got 6, Mike?
So it's 7.
That would be so great.
Dude, this
Big
guy's
tie on a second
rigging
one.
the show.
Angler, you cheap fuck.
6.5.
Angler, you're a fucking cheater, aren't you?
Call it off. Give me a minute. I don't know, Angler. Give me a minute to figure out why.
Okay. Ready? We're going to go, Mangler. You've got 10 seconds, and we're going with Tom Cruise.
I said 6.
I know, you got that one right. What do you think Tom Cruise is worth? You got 6 seconds. 1, 2,
200
3.
million.
Put 200 million for Tom Cruise.
100 million.
100 million. Here we go. 2 million.
Who is that?
That's-
Delbert McClellan?
Oh,
Delbert
Delbert.
McClellan.
Wow. How did
Okay.
that happen?
That guy's dead.
That's
How did you?
Tom Cruise
What in the world?
is worth 450 million.
Holy smokes!
Told you.
Is that-
Fired.
That's serious
Way
money, dude.
There you go. Well, Mike Angler, you piece of shit. You just won yourself a
$50
fif-
gift card.
a 15.
15, 1 5.
50.
$1,500 gift
Well,
card.
I hope you
1
enjoy
5.
your $15 gift card, you fuck. And
You can use it to buy the Bloody Savage.
Half an app.
we'll
Lambda
you'll
mail.
be featured on our next podcast. So it was nice having you call in, Mike.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay,
Go
I'll
fuck
talk to you
yourself.
later.
Okay, bye.
So who are we talking to?
We're losing iTunes gift cards faster than we can fucking buy them. Oh, just some random, I don't know, buddy man.
Who was cheating?
Beer. What a
Clearly.
fucking
Give me a
piece of shit.
minute.
Give me a minute.
minute. I know. That's what I was thinking about earlier. It's like,
Yeah.
How
Or
do
we
we-
just gave $15 to a guy who couldn't even have enough fucking attention to pay attention to the podcast.
yeah.
He was busy doing something else, probably playing fucking
Minecraft.
Clash of Clans.
something stupid.
What a piece of junk.
So give me a date for Art Space.
To rent art space?
Yeah. Give me a approximate.
Well, I just need to
Let's do it first week of March.
get done. Fuck it. I really want to sit down. I got a lot of good premises. I got a lot of good jokes coming up. I know I've got a lot of material that I need to work out. I'm really hyped on this, like getting back into the podcast, getting back into the comedy scene. I'm really pumped to start doing this again. School did not go the way I thought. I really was excited to go to Vancouver and thought it was going to be like this is where I'm going to make huge leaps and bounds because we're going to hang out
Well, you did in trades.
with a great comedian
Yeah.
like this, Chris Gaskin, and have him show me the ropes in Vancouver. And it didn't quite work out that way. I was
No.
too focused on school. But now I'm back, and
Yeah,
I
that's
really
what
want to
he's
focus.
focused on.
Really want to focus on
That'll be our
doing this
outro
comedy
song.
thing, man.
Back in the New York groove.
Yeah,
Outro song. Pull it up.
done. I can do it right now. Are we leaving right now? We're done.
What time? How long
Yeah,
are
I
we doing
thought-
this?
Fine, we're done.
We're
It's
done. What were you gonna say?
2.5 hours.
Do you have something else to say?
Well, you
I'm
cut
fresh.
him off. He was right in the middle of.
I
He's
was
back
just
in the
getting
groove.
hyped up.
Because you're talking about a date. We're plugging dates. It's not at the end of
Okay, plug some dates. First week of March, Address This Mess will be renting Art
the
Space.
space.
Art Space, for you guys who don't know what Art Space is, we'll rent it and we'll tell you about it.
It's above Books and Company.
It's a great venue.
I actually got a girl who's opening a store right there.
So like March.
You got a girl.
6th, 7th.
Brittany is opening a store right there. She's actually going to come on the podcast. She's also a local musician. So she can come on. She can tell us about her store she's opening up, like a hipster type thing.
Nice.
Plug some of
Is
her
that
music.
she gonna open up in that old magic shop?
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Exactly.
I know the guy who used to own the magic shop.
Yeah,
The
there you
haunted
go.
old magic shop.
All right. So
there hasn't been a magic
we're
shop
closing
here
out.
in 60 years.
Okay, folks.
Is this Ace Frehley?
It's Kiss, but yeah, it's Ace Frehley.
Well, he did it on a solo album.
I think so. I don't know why they adopted it, but it gets me hyped up. So
It's like the
everyone
Joe.
listen to
It's like
this.
the Joe Walsh song, "In the City."
Yeah.
He did it in the city, and then the Eagles fucking did it.
Well, that was also what's that? New York Minute wasn't the Eagles. It was one of those guys on his own, and then the Eagles redid it.
The drummer,
Yep.
Don Henley.
He was also the lead singer for the Eagles. That's fucking weird.
So January 8th and 9th, some of us are going to be at Nancy O's.
Okay.
We don't know who yet.
Yeah.
I can't hear myself. Did you turn
I
off my
can
mic?
hear you. Everyone can hear you, Brian. You two are fucking idiots. You've been on the whole time. Everyone could hear everything. Come on.
Everybody's a fucking idiot in this room.
See,
You
I-
understand
January-
me?
Jan- January 8th and
here's
9th,
the thing: is
some
I
of
know
all
he
three
kept
of you
turning me
mouth-breathing
down because
fucking morons.
he's way louder than I am.
Okay, go. Go,
I
guys.
didn't bitch about it. That's way too loud. Holy
yeah, I
shit.
can-
Well, let's
Somewhere
shut
in the
your
middle.
mouth. You're good.
Yeah. That's
January 30th, some of you guys are going to be in Vanderhoof.
Yeah,
Got to
that'd
ask
be great.
Mike McGuire.
Okay.
I'm busy because I'm going to Jerry D.
I'm going to Jerry
But
D.
January
I'm-
31st, Charlie Demirs is in town for the Kinsman. We're all invited.
Okay.
So save the date.
Okay.
Kinsman tickets are like $40.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
you
it's
get a
good
dinner.
show.
You get a buffet
You get a
dinner. You
Okay.
can get them at 2880.
Okay.
Studio 2880. Shows at dinner's at 6.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Charlie Demirs is great too.
Everyone, those are your future comedy dates coming to Prince George, BC. Anything you need, get a hold of Brian Major at The Bloody Savage. He'll let you know about any comedy going on in this town. If there's comedy going on in this town, it's going on through Brian Major.
On the
And Chris Gaskin, what do you got?
the 20th, pending I'm not doing a bunch of fucking pending I'm not on jury duty.
Right.
I'll
Yep,
be
30
doing
seconds.
a show at Yuck Yucks and the anniversary show at Kingo Cafe. It's like their 8-year anniversary of doing comedy shows there. That's always a fucking killer show.
It's Vancouver's
Right,
longest running comedy room.
It's
All right,
It's a
those
great
are-
room.
Those
It's
are
a
the
great room.
dates for Chris Gaskin coming up, folks. Get your tickets. You're going to want to buy them now. Super funny dude. And
ChrisGaskin.net.
then me
Yeah.
and Mike Stang will be here as always.
Stang.
Anyways,
Did I tell you?
Stang
I told you I'm writing,
and
starting
I
a
will
talent
be
agency.
here for the rest
We
of
got
your
the talent
fucking
Starting
agency.
a talent
Yeah.
agency. It's majortalent.com.
MajorTalent.com.
MAJORE.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Address This Mess. It's been a long one.
ChrisGaskin.net at Chris Gaskin. What's up?